took off right away, and I
figured he would. He didn't want to talk last time either.
Yeah. I'll keep an eye out for him.
He might not talk either.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. I'll give it a shot.
That way we can say, we tried. If anybody says anything, you hate to throw somebody under the bus, but. What?
How did the sign fall?
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Welcome back to the Fargodome as we have Section 8A football championship action as we wrap up our football triple header right here on KROX. Well, we should have a dandy here. It's the Mahnomen-Waubun Thunderbirds taking on the Red Lake County Rebels right here on KROX. We will take a break. We'll be back, and we will hear from the head coach of the Mahnomen-Waubun Thunderbirds, Coach John Clark Jr. We'll get his pregame comments. That's going to be coming up next on the Riverview Health pregame show on KROX.
You can make a sweet life right here in the Red River Valley with a career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Our shift schedule offers 14 days off per month, which gives you time for family, friends, the great outdoors, and everything else you enjoy about small town living. Entry-level positions are available, and pay starts around $18 per hour. Apply today at crystalsugar.com and share in our sweet success.
Riverview Health, exceptional people, exceptional care.
The team at Riverview Health is getting stronger to serve you better. Riverview Health is pleased to welcome orthopedic surgeon Dr. Brennan Smith. Dr. Smith specializes in joint replacements and sports medicine. Dr. Smith is now seeing patients at Riverview Clinic in Crookston, East Grand Forks, and Thief River Falls. You know you'll be in good hands with Riverview Health when you need specialized care. For appointments, call 218-281-9595.
Shopping for groceries is easier than ever with Hugo's Family Marketplace. To simplify life, Hugo's offers convenient online shopping with delivery or curbside pickup at GoHugos.com. Even better, shop on the go with the Hugo's Family Marketplace smartphone app. Download e-coupons, recipes, grocery lists, weekly ads, and place your grocery order right from your phone. Save time and save big with Hugo's Family Marketplace, your hometown grocer since 1939.
You're gonna find more low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
Health pregame show on KROX. Welcome back to the Riverview Health pregame show on KROX. And we are back. There we go. And it is time for our coaches' interviews. And we had a chance to talk with both head coaches. First, we'll hear from the head coach of the Mahnomen-Waubun Thunderbirds, Coach John Clark Jr. The Thunderbirds, they are the four-time defending section champs here in 8A. And here's what he had to say about his team.
We continue the Riverview Health pregame show on KROX as we talk with the head coach of the Mahnomen-Waubun Thunderbirds, Coach John Clark Jr. And Coach, well, you're back at the section championship game and had a great start to the semifinal game against Polk County West and really never looked back.
Yeah, we played a very good all-around game there last Saturday. Like all three phases of the game, offense, defense, and special teams. And like you said, the fast start really helped, and hopefully we can do that again today.
Defensively, you had a bend but not break for two of their drives, but then after that really shut them down and didn't allow much of anything.
I was happy with how we really kind of eliminated their run game and forced them to be one-dimensional in their passing game. And they hit some passes, but I thought our kids did a good job of adjusting and recognizing route combinations, and, we're able to make some plays after that. So, again, that's a good sign of a good team is when you can make those adjustments on the fly.
And offensively, you're able to move the ball. I don't want to say easily, but you're able to move the ball pretty well.
Yeah, I thought we were efficient. It wasn't anything fancy, but I think we were moving the chains, and that's when we're at our best, is when we're getting, those 4 or 5 yards, 3, 4, 5, and just picking up first downs and being pretty methodical down the field.
And if you have the ball in your hands, it's tough for the other team to score as well.
Well, exactly, and I like to kid our defensive coordinator a lot and say our best defense is our offense, because we like to play pig with the ball, we call it. So, obviously, like you said, it's tough for the other team if you're controlling the ball and grinding first downs out, and that does wear on a team. Certainly something we're looking forward to try to do today.
You get ready to take on Red Lake County. You had a fantastic game with them during the regular season. Were able to come away with the win. What do you remember from that game?
Just a battle, and I just remember they really took it to us, especially in the first half, and I thought we did a good job of regrouping at halftime, and their team speed on defense is what really impressed me. They have kids that fly, and at all positions, so it took us a while to catch up to that speed. So hopefully we are prepared for that better this go-around, and we can move the ball a little better, because they really shut us down that first half and kind of had us on our heels and playing uphill, and we need to be playing downhill.
From that game offensively, what were you able to do maybe in the second half especially?
One, we blocked better. Obviously, our angles of our blocking assignments were better, and our angles were better, and just better technique. But I thought we honestly wore them down a little bit. We had played in some tough games leading up to that, and they really hadn't been tested yet. So I don't know that their starters played more than a half, to be honest with you, going into the game. So I think conditioning had something to do with that. I think at this time of the year, though, everybody is in prime conditions, so I doubt that'll be a factor. So we better be blocking a lot better from the get-go in this game.
And one thing that your team has been accustomed to is playing in the Fargodome, and how valuable is that experience and knowing that it's a little warmer in there, and usually it takes a little more out of you playing, and it's a huge game against a tough team.
Obviously, we've had quite a bit of experience, and our kids have been there. They've seen it. They've done that. They know the routine. And like you say, they know what it's like. It's different inside, for whatever reason that inside air sucks it out of you. So, our kids know that. They know what it's going to be like. I think probably if there's an advantage, that goes to us there. But, in the section championship, Chris, I think kids are all going to be jacked up. And you got to control the nerves so you're not wasting energy in pregame. But I think both teams will be tired, and I think both teams will find the second and third and fourth wins. And, I'm sure both teams desperately want to win at all costs, so they'll leave everything on the field.
You get ready to take on Red Lake County. How in the section championship, how is the health of your team?
We are in really good shape injury-wise. Easton Bevins tweaked his ankle on Saturday, but it looked good in practice the other night, so he should be ready. Just worried about a cold flu issue that's going through our area and through our school and through our team. So that's the big concern.
Can you narrow it down to 2 or 3 keys for a Thunderbird victory?
I think you just have to play a complete game, offensively, defensively, and special teams. A lot of times turnovers can tell a tale, and making that big play on third and fourth down, whether it be on offense or defense, I think that will tell the tale of this game.
Coach, congratulations on getting back to the section championship, and best of luck.
Thank you much, Chris.
And that is the head coach of the Mahnomen-Waubun Thunderbirds, Coach John Clark Jr. And all his team has done here over the years is win championships. They won we're just going back 10 years here. They won in 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, 21, 22, and 23. They didn't win in 2020 because there was COVID. And 2019, Ada Borup was the only team other than Mahnomen-Waubun to win. Actually, we should say Mahnomen won in 14, 15, 16, 17. Then they co-opted with Waubun, and Mahnomen-Waubun won the 8A championship the first year as a co-op. And they just continued to win. But Red Lake County, they're looking to break that streak. And we're going to hear from Coach Brian Remick of the Red Lake County Rebels. former Red Lake Falls Eagle quarterback, and now he's been coaching 25th year now for the Coach Remick. And, of course, his coach was Les Drexel, who we all know, a Hall of Famer, and was at Crookston for many years before he retired from coaching and being an AD. And then he took the job at Red Lake Falls and loved it there, and really continued the great things that were being done in Red Lake Falls. And, of course, Coach Remick has done the same. We'll take a break. We'll be back and talk with Coach Remick. That's going to be coming up right after this timeout on KROX. Maralt's Home Furnishings in Fosston is your appliance, furniture, electronic, and flooring expert. They're proud to have served Fosston and the surrounding area for over 50 years. They're committed to offering you top name brands like Whirlpool, FlexSteel, Spring Air, and Congolium for kitchen and laundry appliances, bedroom and living room furniture, flooring, and mattresses. Come in and experience personalized one-on-one service by their exceptional sales staff and meet new owners Mike and Michelle Kerfman. Create your perfect home at your one-stop shop where they sell the best Maralt's Home Furnishings in downtown Fosston. Nord's Pharmacy and Gifts in Fosston has a little bit of everything, and they provide great hometown service. You can have your prescriptions filled and delivered to your home or go through the drive-through window for quick pickups. Nord's Pharmacy and Gifts also has a very nice selection of gift items for any occasion, including a variety of home decor, toys, kitchen items, personal care products, and a nice assortment of apparel. Stop in and see all the great merchandise they sell. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 7:30, Saturday 8:30 to 3, and closed on Sundays. Nord's Pharmacy and Gifts in downtown Fosston. Stop by Lapeer Oil Company East and West in Fosston and fill your vehicle up. They carry Marathon gasoline and diesel. Feeling a little hungry? Check out their specials and their deli. Monday and Friday, they offer daily soups. Tuesday and Thursday specials is tacos. On Wednesday, stop in at Lapeer Oil Company and enjoy a fantastic pizza buffet. Check Lapeer Oil Company's Facebook page to get updates on all their specials. Headed to the lake to go fishing? They carry a nice selection of bait as well. Lapeer Oil Company East and West in Fosston would like to wish area teams best of luck.
Here, when our path takes an unexpected turn, we keep moving forward. When life sends us a message, we listen. When you're determined to beat the odds, we help you plan for what's next. This is commitment, resourcefulness, determination. These are remarkable people doing remarkable things together.
What's a neighbor? It's more than just someone who lives next door. It's someone who cares, who looks out for you, and who's there when you need them. At Rydell, we believe in being a good neighbor. That means treating you with kindness, respect, and honesty every time you walk through our doors. And like a neighbor, we're here to lend a hand, offer advice, and make sure you're taken care of on and off the road. Because being a neighbor is about being there for each other. And at Rydell's, that's what we're all about. Real life. Real relationships, real Rydell.
We continue the Riverview Health pregame show on KROX as we talk with the head coach of the Red Lake County Rebels, Coach Brian Remick. And, Coach, first of all, congratulations on getting to the section championship game. And you've been here several times throughout your career, and it never gets old, does it?
No, definitely. It's always a fun time, enjoyment time to be able to move on in the playoffs. And, I know that kids are always excited, parents are excited, gets excited about being in these games and these opportunities.
This, especially senior, junior group, they've taken some lumps over their career, and their hard work and determination has paid off this year, that's for sure.
Yeah, quite a few of them, have been starting here a number of years for us, and a lot of our seniors for sure, they were part of the 2022 team that lost in the section championship here as sophomores. So, they've got a lot of football under their belts.
What has been the key to your success?
It's really a combination of things. We've had the experience. We've had guys that have put in time into the off season. We've got pretty good mesh of kids that allow us to do some different things on both sides of the ball, and they work well together and they complement each other, and it's a big combination of things that have been doing really well for us here over the course of the season.
And your semifinal game, what did you do there? You got a little bit of a slow start, but were able to pick things up. What was the big difference?
We were able to give up a kick return right away, and they kind of had the momentum, but we were able to force a few turnovers and be able to try to get some of that momentum back. And we had a couple big plays before half to get us a 2-score lead. So it was good on our part. It wasn't always the cleanest game, but we battled pretty well, and we were able to.
And that is the head coach of the Red Lake County Rebels, Coach Remick. We thank him for talking with us in our pregame show, and just running out of time. The opening kick is off by the Rebels, and it goes out of bounds, and Mahnomen-Waubun is going to have the ball first and 10, and they're going to have it at their own 35-yard line as we start things off here at the Fargodome. Oh, there we go.
There we are. As I say, kick out of bounds to start the game. I feel like we've seen a lot of those here today now, but with the field now being widened from the 9-man game to the 11-man game, we wouldn't think that'd be as much of an issue.
Well, and that's part of it is trying to kick away. You get to this point in the season, the opponent's going to be able to run the ball, and Mahnomen-Waubun, they go with their usual formation underneath the center. Keeping the ball is going to be McMullen, the quarterback, and he is brought down after a gain of about 3 on the play. So McMullen, 3 yards, and we'll just we won't be able to run through all the starters, but it's brought to you by Napa Crookston Welding and Machine. McMullen is the quarterback. He has 435 yards passing, 350 yards rushing, and a total of 19 touchdowns on the season. Running backs will be Easton Bevins, Tanner Steck, Zach Zima, to name a few. Underneath center will be McMullen. McMullen, he is rolling out to the right, and he is going to be taken down after a gain of maybe a yard on the play. So 2 carries, 4 yards for McMullen. And the Red Lake County Rebel defense coming up with a couple nice plays defensively.
Yes, they have. And, of course, McMullen is one of the 3 heads of this backfield that really gets the thing going. As you mentioned, Chris, he's carried now 93 times for 350 yards entering tonight's game. He has 11 touchdowns on the ground this season. One of many talented rushers here in this Thunderbird backfield.
So it's 2 plays, and 4 yards. And we have a timeout, and it's an official timeout.
Yeah, nobody's
the ball.
They might have had to. They have the kicking ball out there still. Is that what's going on? Or they're just spotting it. Yeah, I guess so. They use a different football to kick off, a more oblong ball than the football usually is, if that's possible. Easier to kick it that way. And now the whistles blow again.
That's the last game. Who's in a hurry?
Yeah, we got all night. All right, so add 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
I don't think we got that settled now.
Okay, and we're ready. It'll be 3rd down and 6. We think the play is going to be run here. Underneath center, or not, a shotgun now. They're going to go. They have a man in motion from the far side to the near side. The handoff's going to go to that man in motion. That is Bevins, and he is going to be hit for maybe a minimal gain. We'll call it no gain on the play. And coming off the bottom of the pile, that'll be Thorin Thronson, the 6'2", 165-pound sophomore who leads the team with 45 tackles on the season.
I think they might have actually been stuck there on the jet sweep coming out of the wide receiver spot, but no less, they're a pretty solid stop by this Red Lake County defense. I mean, Rebels, when they're able to plug the hole, you get a man outside coming inside. This defense doesn't bite on it. They're able to get in there and make a tough stop and force a punt here on this opening drive.
And now we're going to have a timeout called by Mahnomen-Waubun. They didn't have enough guys. No, they brought a guy out, so they might have not had enough guys, as Coach Clark wants to talk with his team at 10:23. We'll keep it here during this quick one and we'll check in with Gabe. Gabe, can you hear us?
See, I don't know if Gabe is there. Gabe sent me a text 4 minutes ago, said let Chris know I cannot hear him, so I don't think he can.
Okay.
So, Gabe, if you're out there, we're going to try again at some point. We'll figure it out.
And we're ready to go. On to a punt. Ball at the 39-yard line for Mahnomen-Waubun. The punt is a left-footed, high, floating kick. It hits at the 30, rolls Mahnomen-Waubun bounce all the way up to the 20-yard line to the 19, and it's going to be down to there. That'll be 11 and 31. That is a 42-yard punt.
And Chris, this game's anything like the first time these two teams played. Points will be at a premium, so special teams is going to be super important here. Who can flip the field with their punter, but also maybe more importantly, just like in the first matchup, it may come down to who is able to make a field goal late in this game, who was able to execute on special teams and who was not. Could be a real difference maker here.
So a 42-yard punt for Brody Lotka. He averages 34 yards a punt, so that's not out of the ordinary by any means. And it'll be first down and 10. Shervestedt out of the shotgun, hands it off over to the right side. And did I see a flag coming in there, or was that just maybe a towel?
That might have just been a towel.
And but the handoff goes to Brock Seeger, the 6-foot, 200-pound senior. He has 1,114 yards rushing, 12 touchdowns on the season on 107 carries. Needless to say, he has been a stud for Red Lake County.
Yeah, the guy's a load, 200 pounds, 1,000-yard rusher on the year on 100 carries. I mean, he's had himself a really good senior season, and one of the feature backs today, really tough to bring him down.
And the ball dropping back. Shervestedt passes over to the near sideline, making the catch is Ethan Johnson. He has his 16th reception of the season, and that is going to be close to a first down. They are going to give it to him. So that'll be a 7-yard passing play to Johnson.
He's working there on Zach Zima, the 5'11", 155-pound sophomore. They're around the same size, give or take about 15 pounds and a couple inches, but that should be a fun battle to watch there on that near sideline there between Zima and Johnson today.
That'll be the first down of the game for either team. We're 3 minutes into the ball game of the Section 8A championship, and Red Lake County trying to break the rain, held by Mahnomen-Waubun. Out of the shotgun will be Shervestedt. He drops back to pass. He's goes out to his right, finds a receiver out of the backfield, and getting pushed out of bounds will be Connor Duden, the junior receiver, his 13th reception of the season.
And Shervestedt made a great read that time. He saw the blitz coming. Easton Bevins, he came in toward the line of scrimmage. Him and the defensive line all came in and crashed down hard. Nice job there by Shervestedt, getting outside, moving the pocket, and finding his man Duden in space.
That'll be a 15-yard passing play and the second straight first down for Red Lake County. And it'll be Shervestedt. He's going to hand it off and bouncing it out to the outside and running over a tackler, then running out of space along the near sideline will be Seeger. And that's going to be another big gain as Zima pushes him out, and a gain of 6 on the play for Seeger. He has 9 yards on 2 carries.
These defenders will soon learn, if they have not already, you have to wrap a guy like Brock Seeger up. That time, the first tackler goes in there, doesn't use his arm, just tries to run his body through him. He's bounced right off, and Seeger runs straight through him there for the extra couple of yards there. Stops what could have been a gain of 3, instead is a gain of 7 because somebody on defense doesn't wrap up.
Second down and 4. Shervestedt underneath center. He has 2 backs in the backfield. 1 receiver split out to the far side, and now he's going to hand it off right side. A big hole, and getting through is the fullback, Gunnar Halverson, his 34th carry of the season. And that's a big switch him up there as he gets all the way up to the 45-yard line.
This is another one of these big backs, 5'11", 190-pound junior. Hasn't toted the ball as much, but still 7 touchdowns on the ground this season on just 33, now 34 carries. A very productive runner in his own right.
That'll be the 3rd first down of the drive for Red Lake County. Now Shervestedt under center. Same formation as the last play. He's going to get a pass. It's batted in the air, and then it's going to be dropped. And there's a race for the ball on the ground, but it was a forward pass, and Jacob Harmony upset with himself that he wasn't able to catch the pass off the tip by one of the defensive linemen for Mahnomen-Waubun.
Yeah, that's one that maybe you want to catch if you're the wide receiver, but when the ball's tipped to the line, that's just a can of worms there you almost don't want to open up. Maybe better for him to let that one hit the ground, but instead try to make a play on the ball, and either way, it's incomplete, no harm, no foul, despite maybe a bit of an extra shot at the end of the play there that neither team really wanted to take. But the aggression showing up early for both sides, though. You can't deny that.
7:57 remaining in the first quarter of play. Shervestead fakes the handoff. He keeps it, bounces it out to the near sideline. He's going to be pushed out of bounds right around the 40-yard line, and they're going to, well, we'll see where they mark it as they track down the ball, and they'll mark it up to the 39. So we'll give them a 5-yard gain for Shervestead on his first carry of the game.
And Shervestead's one of these guys. He's just deceptively quick. He's had some space there for a moment. You blink, and all of a sudden he's 5 yards down the field. The fake pitch gets him some space, buys him some time. Able to get some green grass ahead of him. Gets us a good play there. So now we're in third and manageable.
Well, you have two great coaches. Chess match here, and right now Red Lake County moving the ball down the field, but Mahnomen-Waubun, they have a tendency to bend but not break. We'll see if the Rebels can break them here. Dropping back, Shervestead looking. He's still looking, and he's going to try to throw it across his body as he looked like he was close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't matter as it falls incomplete.
Yeah, running left, throwing right, trying to find Ethan Majors on that one across body. And Majors had space. The ball just a bit short there. Of course, tough throw for Shervestead to make there on the run, going to the left, trying to find him in, coming back across the field to the right. And, probably better for all parties involved. That one was dropped.
7:43 remaining in this first quarter of play. It's 4th down and 5 for Red Lake County. Shervestead, the outstanding senior athlete. He's out of the shotgun, drops back. He's looking. He's, throws down the field as a receiver there, but it's going to be knocked down at the last second. Coming over was Tate Hodek. The 5'7", 140-pound junior knocks it down, and it'll be a turnover on downs for Red Lake County.
And Duden was there. He was just there way too early. The ball was just floated up there on a bit of a four-verts, Hail Mary, if you want to call it, type of play. But Duden's down there inside the 15. The ball is thrown up to him. He has to stop and wait for it. Allows the defenders and Tate Hodek to come in there and bat it away. So good job by the defense there, being patient and getting the football, reading their eyes. But at the same time, offensively, I think you want to see Connor Duden make a bit better play for the football there in that situation.
7:36 remaining in this first quarter of play. Ball is Mahnomen-Waubun has it at their own 38, and was there a fumble there?
I think there was a bobble on the snap.
Yeah. So not able to bring in the snap cleanly was McMullen. McMullen jumps on top of it and is able to get a yard, though, on the play.
As he fumbled forward, the old fumble-rooski, maybe, whatever you call that. You get him however you can take him. 2nd and 9 is better than 2nd and 10.
So Mahnomen-Waubun starting at their own 39-yard line. Under center will be McMullen. He is going to hand it off left side. That's going to go to Steck, and he is going to be a hit for a minimal gain, maybe 2, possibly 3 yards. So even when it looks like it's nothing, Steck is able to. Or no, that was
Bevins there. See the bright pink gloves and the long hair out of the helmet.
Shouldn't be able to miss that.
Yeah, hard to miss those gloves even from here. We could probably see those things. But no, Bevins, a big physical back, 5'11", 210 pounds. Another one of these guys just a load, hard guy to bring down. And he's able to create space when there's a tight gap. He can just plow forward for 2 or 3 extra yards every time.
3rd down and 6, and McMullen's going to hand it off. It goes back to Bevins, and Bevins is going to be taken down for no gain on the play. And again, the Red Lake County defense coming up with a big 3rd down stop.
Well, I stand corrected. The announcer jinx is alive and well today, apparently. Bevins just got blown up there. It took 3 defenders to knock him down, but props to the defensive line there. Guy Bergeson, I believe, was the first one there off of his tackle spot. And, when you get a big guy, a 280-pounder there, just stopping the play, it is really tough for running back to recover from that.
So they'll be punting from their own 43-yard line. The snap is a good one, and the left-footed another beauty. And calling for a fair catch at the 24-yard line will be Red Lake County's Owen Shervestead. And they'll mark it right there at the 25. So that'll be 25, a 32-yard punt that time. So 2 punts for Mahnomen-Waubun, 42 and 32. And it'll be Red Lake County ball.
And I feel like the tone's really been set here by the defenses in this game so far. Both sides have been very physical at the point of attack defensively. Haven't really allowed a whole lot of things to happen. And for Mahnomen-Waubun and bend and don't break for Polk County, or not for Polk County, rather, for Red Lake County, they've just been able to make stops whenever that's mattered.
Over halfway through this first quarter, 5:45 remaining. Shervestead going to keep it. He runs off to the near sideline, breaks a tackle, gets up to the 30-yard line, and that'll be a 5-yard gain for Shervestead. On his second carry, he has 10 yards.
And Shervestead, we talked about his quickness earlier, but also his patience that time. He's able to stop that time, let alone his blocks get in front of him to create him a couple of extra yards of space there. And it's just another really good, smart play by Owen Shervestead. He's able to get the 5 and second and manageable again here on a quarterback run.
5:15 remaining. First quarter of play on the Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update. We're scoreless. Red Lake County, the Rebels with the ball. Shervestead going to hand it off to Seeger. He's chased in the backfield. He's looking for some room. Stiff arms a couple guys. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. And that's going to be a loss of maybe a yard, 2, possibly 3 yards on the play as Mahnomen-Waubun had that defensed perfectly.
He ran about 35 yards there to lose 3 on that one. Not what you want to do as running back. Seeger, again, a senior, should know better than to be running from east to west. He's a big enough back. He should be able to just lower the shoulder and get down the field. But if it's not there, there's no shame just taking what you can and getting down.
So it'll be 3rd down and 8, we'll call it. 4.5 minutes remaining in this first quarter of play. Out of the shotgun will be Shervestead. He has 3 receivers bunched up to the left side of the line. He has 1 back right next to him. Dropping back Shervestead. He looks, still looking. Pumps and now tucks it in. Now he's looking to pass again. He's running around. He has 2 Thunderbirds chasing him. Shervestead finds an opening along the near sideline. And now he's going to tuck it up, cut to the middle of the field to the 35, and then taken down at the 38 up to the 39. And that'll be a first down after a gain of 12 yards on the play after running about 100.
And a well-executed scramble drill there to make up for the lost yards. That time, Shervestead, he has to go to the far side of the field where the play is designed. There's nothing there. Runs backwards to the other side of the field. There's a flag out late, by the way, so I imagine there's going to be a hold called here on Red Lake County, but still an impressive effort there as he was able to follow a block. The receiver was able to get around to where he was to, if nothing else, get a block.
Yeah, block to the back. That's going to be a 10-yard penalty. That'll be the first of the game on either team from the spot of the foul. That'll bring it all the way back to the 20-yard line. So you go from a first down. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 15.
And I believe that the play would have been called, or the block rather would have been called on one of the tight ends, I believe it was, over there around the 30-yard line when Shervestead had cut back inside. That was probably where they got him, just hit him a bit too late there. Oftentimes you see the back of a defender, you shouldn't put your hands on him, should just turn around and did the old back block.
Now Shervestead out of the shotgun, 2 receivers split out to each side. He drops back, he's looking over to his left, nothing there, scrambling, now fires over the middle, has a receiver there, and it goes through the hands, and Steck is going to pick it off. Steck over to the 20, to the 15, and he runs out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Steck with the interception. It went through the hands of the intended receiver, off the hands anyway, and then Steck was right there to gobble it up. And he gets the interception, returns it all the way down to the 13-yard line, or it'll be 1st and 10 for Mahnomen-Waubun.
And DB coaches will preach tips and overthrows. Got to have those. He had a tip on that one, and well positioned there was Tanner Steck to get his hands on it and pick that one off. And now in a game that has been very defensive so far, the Thunderbirds have a chance now inside the red zone at the 13-yard line.
So at the 13 with 3:28 remaining. And while the Rebels defense comes up big once again, coming up in on the tackle is Ben Gollingsrud, and that's going to be a tackle for a loss of 2 on the play.
And Gollingsrud, one of the freshmen starting on this team. And again, another big kid, 5'11", 180 pounds. You can't coach size, and oftentimes those big guys that have a bit of skill and are willing to be coached, like Gollingsrud apparently is, are going to find their way onto the field, and he made a big play right there.
Well, one of the top freshman baseball players in the state, just an all-around athlete. 2nd down and 12. 2:49 remaining in this first quarter play. Mahnomen-Waubun threatening after an interception. Now it's going to be McMullen. He fakes a pitch. He rolls out to his right. He's looking, has a receiver in the end zone. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. A touchdown for Brody Lotka. And that'll be a 15-yard passing play from McMullen to Lotka.
And Lotka wasn't even the most open guy on that play. He also had a man on a comeback route there at about the 10-yard line, but Lotka was able to get in the end zone, able to outrun two guys on the drag route, and a well-placed ball there from Blake McMullen to strike first here for Mahnomen-Waubun.
So Lotka with the touchdown, 2:37 remaining in this first quarter of play on the Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update. Now McMullen going to get it out to Steck. He has loses the ball as he's hit. There's a scramble for the ball. Seeger tried to grab it, and it's, that's the end of the play there. So the Rebels are able to stop the 2-point conversion, and they lead 6-0 with 2:37 remaining. We'll take a break. We'll be back right after this. Takes the lead. They take advantage of the first turnover of the game. And it's a 6-0 lead for Mahnomen-Waubun. They score on a 15-yard run. And now kicking off will be Steck. Steck, little low line drive. It's going to be picked up by the Rebels, returning it all the way up to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. And that is going to be on the return.
Ethan Johnson, I believe.
Yeah, Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson had good vision there to get outside for all his blocks out the near side, get it across the 30. I mean, it's good starting field position here, and now Red Lake County, they're in a hole. They had the interception on the last drive, not a great spot to do it in, and now down 6-0 early. The good news is it's only 6-0. They can still take the lead with a touchdown and point after.
Well, the Rebels going left to right as we look down at the field. 2:29 remaining in this first quarter of play. Shervestedt out of the shotgun. Has two receivers split out to each side. He has one back in the backfield, and they're going to hand it off to Seeger. Seeger finds a seam on the right side, maybe gets a yard on the play. And the running the ball has been, they've got some decent yards, but Mahnomen-Waubun, one thing they do so well is they close that gap so quickly, and great pursuit, and they showed it there.
Yeah, Stevens just suffocates, and we saw it last week against Polk County West. I mean, there was not a lot of running room. I think it actually held the guys last week to negative rushing yards in that game. I mean, there was just not a whole lot of space for offense to work against this Thunderbird defense. They're very aggressive, as you said, great pursuers of the football, and they just close space so quickly.
2nd and 9 for the Rebels. Shervestedt bobbles the snap, and Mahnomen-Waubun jumps on top of it. Oh, man.
That one stings a bit if you're Red Lake County, and a nice play there made by Gavin MacArthur to fall on it. The sophomore with a heads-up play there. The quarterback, Shervestedt, just didn't even have time to get down and get it. He had a man dive and get his feet for the ball, and that's 2 turnovers now deep in their own territory. And we'll see if these Thunderbirds are able to take advantage of this one, too.
So 2 turnovers have, one proved to be costly, and that is the first fumble of the game, and it was the first, obviously, a lost fumble. Now Mahnomen-Waubun, they run off just to the right side of the center. Not a lot of room, but able to get... they're going to give him about 3 yards on the play.
As Evans again inside, and just a bit of a read option there. Mullen, of course, you can see him carrying the handoff all the way to the end before he pulls his hands out of there. they're throwing the option today. Owens ran a couple of times already in this one, but they'll keep the defense honest to make sure there's a threat of anybody being able to take the ball, including the quarterback.
And the Thunderbirds, they go backwards this time for about a yard as McMullen is taken down.
Again, it's the option that time. McMullen opts to pull it off that time. It was well covered this time defensively. There's not really a whole lot you can do when both your dive back and your quarterback have a guy on him, and that time McMullen just had to take the punishment for that one.
So they start this drive with 1:45 left. We're down to 41 seconds left. And McMullen underneath center. He has one receiver split out to each side, one back in the backfield. McMullen throws, has a receiver there, but overthrows him. He was looking for Steck, and that'll be an incomplete pass. It'll be 4th down and about 7. And they're going to be going for it here. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, it may as well. I mean, you're already up a score. Special teams a bit questionable. I don't think that these guys have a point after a field goal team. At least we haven't seen it in the last couple times we've seen these guys, if so. So, go forward here on 4th and 7. It's a manageable down and distance, and if you don't get it, worst case scenario is you give it back to a team that turned it over in that part of the field now twice already in this game.
Yeah, Steck 3 of 4 on field goals. His longest is 25 yards. He does have 17 point after kicks. And underneath the center, it'll be McMullen. He drops back. He's looking, fires a pass as a receiver there. It's thrown too high, leaping in the air, and it goes through his hands. That was Hodek. And with 25 seconds left, Red Lake County comes up with a big forcing of turnover on downs.
Yeah, that's a big turnover on downs there. So that almost nullifies there the botch snap and the fumble on the previous possession for Red Lake County. So now the Rebels are back in the same situation. Only lose 2 minutes of time as well with 25 seconds to go in the first quarter. Only down by 6.
Now the ball will be at the 22-yard line. And the Rebels have a chance to answer here. 25 seconds remaining in this first quarter of play. Shervestedt hands it off to Seeger. Seeger has the ball stripped away, and Mahnomen jumps on top of it again. Oh, man. Another forced fumble. That time, Seeger had the ball just stripped out of his hands, and Mahnomen-Waubun, for the third series, forces a turnover.
That's turnovers on back-to-back plays by the Rebel offense, and I can imagine there are some unhappy faces down on that Red Lake County sideline. This is a team that, they've had a good year. They have been able to win all but one game this season. And, of course, the loss is the close one here to Mahnomen-Waubun. But these guys here are used to executing a bit better on offense. Defense here for the Thunderbirds is being opportunistic here, forcing turnovers early in this one.
So the Thunderbirds will have it again in Red Lake County territory. The handoff goes to Bevins. Bevins runs over defenders and gets about 11 yards on the carry down to the 9-yard line.
And Shervestedt was a safety on that one there for Red Lake County. He just took an arm to the face that time from Easton Bevins. A big physical run there from number 1. And back in the goal-to-go situation now are the Thunderbirds in this quarter.
That is only the second first down of the quarter for Mahnomen-Waubun, but they lead 6-0 at the end of the first quarter. We'll take a break. We'll be back right after this timeout on KROX.
Hi, I'm Dr. Angie Smith, optometrist at the Crookston Eye Clinic and Foston Eye Clinic. We aim to provide high-quality products to our patients, things that we use ourselves in treating our own dry eye or coatings that we like to use on our own glasses.
We offer myopia control contact lenses for children, which are soft contacts that not only correct their vision, but are designed to slow the progression of their nearsightedness.
The eyes lead the body, and we are passionate about helping the eyes be safer, sharper, and faster.
It's going to be first down and goal for Mahnomen-Waubun after they force a third turnover of the quarter. And now they're looking to punch one in after an 11-yard gain. McMullen, he's going to be taken down and in on the tackle there for Red Lake County. That was Brock Knott, the 5'10", 200-pound senior with the tackle, and that'll be a gain of a couple of yards on the play.
They'll give him 3 on that one, but if you're going to play against Mahnomen-Waubun, you've got to be able to stop the read option here, and especially in these goal-to-goal situations. Once again, you see McMullen hold on to it late, keep it late, and he's able to push forward for 3 more.
Under center is McMullen. He has one back in the backfield. That's Bevins, and a handoff goes to Bevins right up the gut, up to about the 2-yard line. That'll be a 4-yard carry for Bevins, and it'll now be third and goal at the 2.
You know, see what they're trying to do there, just run the ball up the middle, establish their will, and now they've run the ball inside a couple of times. I'd be curious to see here if they want to go outside here on this third down, whether that be a quick pass to the flat or whether that be an outside run like a toss or something else in the option game.
We're a minute 3 into the second quarter of play. McMullen under center. On the third and goal, handoff to Bevins. He's going to be stopped originally, but initially, and then he just keeps those legs moving, and Bevins goes in from 2 yards out for the second score of the game for Mahnomen-Waubun. They lead 12-0.
And again, just another big, strong, powerful run there for Bevins. Didn't have to get a whole lot of yards on that one, just needed a couple there. But again, able to just use his size and his power to push forward, push the pile, and that puts another 6 on the board here for the Thunderbirds.
So a 15-yard touchdown pass from McMullen to Lotka, and now the 2-point conversion. They're going to go, and we have, looks like, did Red Lake County.
I believe somebody jumped off sides. I saw a flinch on the defensive line. One of the linebackers walked down and moved.
So that's going to push them back 5 yards. False start, and Zach Zima was taking the snap out of the shotgun. And now coming over to the sidelines will be McMullen to see what they're going to run on the 8-yard 2-point conversion. 10:46 remaining.
So I'd say your play changes a bit here when you're going from further away like they are in this situation. But, yeah, we'll see what they do here. It looks like the same Wildcat type of formation.
So out of the shotgun is Zima. Zima hands it off. Now they're going to look to pass to Zima, who's in there for the 2-point conversion. A little trickery there as coming over was Bevins. He gets the handoff, and then he throws the pass. Coming out of the backfield was that was Zima, and Zima makes the grab for the 2-point conversion. And just like that, it's a 14-0 lead for Mahnomen-Waubun with 10:46 remaining. We'll take in this first half. We'll take a break. We'll be back right after this.
This is my farm.
Don't come out here and tell me what I need.
I need solutions that work and market options that are worth my time.
Small town support that sees the bigger picture.
A global network that empowers us. A co-op that's there for us every day.
With the fall season right around the corner, Grove Mechanical in Crookston is ready to prepare you for winter. They suggest having your heating system serviced regularly to keep things running smoothly. A skilled technician will clean and service your heating equipment to ensure safe and efficient operation. It's never too early to get ready for the upcoming winter season. Before the cold sets in, call Grove Mechanical today, your hometown heating and cooling professionals. Give them a call, 218-281-3863.
Well, Steck with the kickoff, a deep one that goes inside the 5-yard line, and then picking it up and returning it will be, well, that was Majors. Or excuse me, no, that was, yeah, I think that was Majors, wasn't it?
I believe so.
No, anyway.
It was a turn to the 25. We know that much.
So the Red Lake County Rebels will have it 1st and 10. They're going to be at their own 25-yard line. They've started at their own 25, 35, 25, and 25. The throw over to the near sideline. It is, if it's caught, it is going to be an incomplete pass. I was going to say that was going to be a loss of about 6 yards if it was caught. The pass was low, and it will be 2nd down and 10 now for Red Lake County.
Yeah, Ethan Majors had to fall on that one, and on those screen plays, the quarterback's got to be careful to make sure he's not throwing a lateral or backwards pass, because that could have been, a backward pass for a fumble, and then you end up losing 6 yards anyway, regardless if it was caught or not. So, good job there making sure that was a forward pass before it was thrown, and saving 6 yards on that one.
So an incomplete pass makes it 2nd and 10. Shervestedt out of the shotgun. He drops back. He's looking to pass. Still looking, and has a receiver there. It's going to be, almost picked off by Mahnomen-Waubun, but getting a hand in there was Ethan Majors to strip it away from what looked to be an interception for Seth Lubeck.
Yeah, Lubeck had some really nice coverage there. This is a defensive end on the roster out there running with a wide receiver. And you could see, too, Johnson had his hand, or Majors rather had his hand in there. He was calling for the ball. He had him beat by a couple steps, but just a bit of an underthrow that time from Shervestedt, and a nice play there to break it up there at the end, make sure the ball hit the ground.
Mahnomen-Waubun leading 14-0. This is a team, they're a completely different team when they get to the Fargodome, and they've showed that in the first quarter, forcing those 3 turnovers. Now dropping back, Shervestedt looking. He has to throw early, and he throws it away out of bounds. That'll be the 3rd straight incomplete pass.
That pass there had to throw off his back foot. He had the likes of Easton Bevins, among others, coming out. I think McMullen came off the defensive end as well. But you have 2 guys in your face running backwards on a verticals play. There's really not a whole lot of choice for the quarterback, and Shervestedt just had to throw up a prayer that time and hope it went out of bounds or into the hands of a receiver.
2 for 7 passing is Shervestedt, and it's going to be 4th and 10, and Red Lake County will have to punt. On to punt will be Majors. He has 9 punts on the season, averaging 28.1 yards. And the snap is a good one. The punt, it's a low line drive. It's going to be taken by Mahnomen-Waubun. They have a little opening. That's Zima. He's taken down at the 38, maybe the 37-yard line. And it'll be 1st down and 10 for Mahnomen-Waubun with 10:09 remaining in this first half of play.
There's 2 missed tackles there on the return. Ethan Johnson, Ben Goings are both down there. Neither of them able to wrap up. Zima there on the return allows him to get that great start field position. And once again, we see Mahnomen-Waubun starting off across the 40-yard line and at the 35. And that's one of the things, you got 14 points to the board in part because of turnovers, but also because of the short fields.
Yeah, they've started at their own 39, at Red Lake County's 13, the 25-20, and now Red Lake County's 37-yard line. And we have the officials talking things over once again.
So one was pointing over at Mahnomen-Waubun. Not sure what they're saying. There's no flag on the field for what it's worth.
Yeah, Coach Remick is pointing directions here. And now the official. And I think there was a penalty.
Yeah, I didn't see a flag thrown, but they may have called something here late. We will see as the official is grabbing for the flag.
Illegal participation. That's why they're leading. They've been playing with 12.
Well, yeah, that would do it. I mean, extra guy on the field is not allowed. The 12th man usually refers to the crowd in the stands being, loud when your team's on defense and quiet when they're on offense and creating a home field advantage, even in maybe these neutral site type of games. At that time, there was a literal 12th man on the field, which causes the penalty here.
So that will be wipe everything out there on that punt that never happened. And it'll be a 15-yard, 12 men on the field. And it'll be a 1st down. First one of the quarter for Red Lake County. They get a second shot at it here on this drive. Shervestedt fakes the handoff, bounces it out to the outside, lowers his shoulder, runs over a defender, and gets a couple yards on the play. It looks like they're going to give him about 3.
Now there may be a bit of a frustration run from Shervestedt. Yeah, like you said, Chris, he lowers the shoulder, and a guy just bounces off of his shoulder pad and goes backward about a yard or 2. But Shervestedt there clearly hasn't worked for him through the air so far in this one, so why not try it out on the ground, get a couple yards?
Second down and 7. Shervestedt out of the shotgun. 2 receivers split out to each side. He has Seeger right next to him on his left. Now a pass over to the near sideline. It is going to be caught and being taken down right away. That was Majors, and that's going to be a pass of about 4 yards on the play. That'll be the 3rd completion of the game for Shervestedt.
That's the thing. You sometimes have to give your quarterback some easier throws. Shervestedt, as we mentioned, has not had a whole lot of success in the air. Just 3 completions as of right there. But you get your guy in space. You get Majors on the flat, and he makes a nice catch. And now you're in 3rd and short.
3rd down and 2 at Red Lake County at their own 48-yard line. 8:52 remaining in this first half of play. Shervestedt hands it off to Seeger. He's going to get the first down across the 50 up to the 48-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 4 more yards on the play.
And Seeger's one of these guys on a 3rd and short situation. You have to look for him to get the ball. And that felt like a really big down in this game to get a first down to keep this drive going, where Mahnomen-Waubun's be able to force turnovers and really have some big possessions here. So it's a nice job here by the Rebels, moving the chains here, keeping the drive rolling. As even though they're only down by 2 scores, it feels like a lot worse.
Yeah. And if Red Lake County is able to score on this drive, you're down 14, whatever the score, 6, 7, 8. You have to be feeling pretty good at that point after you've turned the ball over 3 times. Now a pass over to the far sideline to Majors. He's going to be taken down at the 45, down to the 44. That'll be another 4-yard passing play.
And Majors, he's had a pretty active role here as Steck brought him down there after the gain. And once again, there's getting him out in space. Majors has some quickness to him, and he's able to stretch the field from sideline to sideline, make the defense spread out and cover the sidelines, give them more respect to the wide receivers, and in turn creating space for the running backs like Seeger and Halverson to work.
7:40 remaining in this first half. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Out of the shotgun is Shervestedt. He has Seeger to his left. 3 receivers bunched up to the far side, 1 to the near side. A pass over to the far sideline at the first down sticks, making a nice move as Majors. He's going to get to the 30, down to the 28. The ball pops loose, and Mahnomen-Waubun jumps on top of it. Oh, man. I don't know what to say.
That's a backbreaker. I was going to just mention that. That was a really nice play there again by Majors. He gets the first down. He gets everything right. Turns his body back to the quarterback, makes the catch, makes a nice juke for the extra yards. But at the end of the day, you got to hold on to the ball. That's now, 3 fumbles in this one here by the Rebel offense. And fortunately for them, only 14 points to show for it. But, plays like that, Mahnomen-Waubun can score one more time, and it's going to start getting late early.
That is the 3rd fumble of the game for Red Lake County. They have lost all 3. And it'll be Mahnomen-Waubun ball with 7:20 remaining. And they start the drive at the Red Lake County, or at their own, excuse me. I'm so used to saying they're starting at the Red Lake County, but they're starting at their own 28-yard line. And a gain of, we're going to call it no gain on the play. And who ran that?
I believe that was, I want to say it was quarterback keeper. I want to say when Mullen took it.
So no gain. And it'll be 2nd down and 10. Underneath center, McMullen. He drops back. He's looking to pass over to his right, to lobs it up in the air. And Steck goes up, and it's off his hands. And then maybe getting to knock it away a bit there was Duden. And I thought Duden had an opportunity maybe for an interception there, but it'll be an incomplete pass.
Yep, Duden popped up in the air there. Steck actually had stopped his route while Duden ran past him to get the ball in his hands, but Steck could not cleanly catch the ball there. Duden couldn't cleanly pull the ball in either when it was popped up into the air that time. So a bit of a bobbled mess there by both guys with the hands on that one. Either way, it's 3rd and 11 for Mahnomen-Waubun. No harm, no foul for the guys in black, but certainly one the Polk County West, or Red Lake County rather, is going to circle here as a play in this game and say, hey, that's one we would have liked to have back.
6:34 remaining in this first half. McMullen's going to pass over, and Zima's hit right as he makes the catch, and Gullingsrud was on top of that one for a big hit. Boy, they're going to give major forward progress on that one. That's going to be a passing play of about 3 yards on the play.
Well, Gullingsrud knows that there's a guy coming out of the flat that crosses his face. He's got to run down there and get it. And good job there by him pursuing the ball carrier and getting him down for a minimal gain. And now on 4th and 7, T-Birds going to have to punt.
So they'll be punting from their own 31-yard line. A good defensive effort again by Red Lake County. Lotka, he has been 42 and a 32-yard punt. And the snap is a good one. Lotka, the left-footed spiraling boot, hits at the just inside the 40, takes a Mahnomen-Waubun roll to the 20, all the way down to the 15 where it's going to be downed. Wow.
These special teams, such a difference maker when you have a punter that can flip field. Locke has done that here a couple times this game, starting the Rebels here in some pretty rough field position once again. And now we'll have to see with 5:37 left. The focus for Red Lake County has got to be simply, you take the ball, you drive down the field, dink and dunk, and find a way to put points on the board here before halftime. Because, again, if not, things can get ugly quick. And, of course, having turned the ball over 4 times already, points to be a real confidence booster and a real momentum shifter in this game, I would think.
They're going to be at their own 15-yard line, 5:37 remaining. That was a 44-yard punt by Lotka, so he has punts of 42, 32, and 44 in the game. Shervestedt out of the shotgun. He has a receiver going in motion. There's a lot of movement on the line, and we're going to have a false start on Red Lake County. That'll push him back 5 yards.
Of course, the motion there doesn't help with that, but as long as you run a motion, it kind of throws off the cadence of your offense. And as in there, somebody moved a bit too early, and now they're backed up in the shadow of the goal line here.
Second penalty for 15 yards for Red Lake County. Shervestedt out of the shotgun. 2 receivers split out to each side. He has Seeger right to his right, standing at the 5-yard line. The snap, and now slings it over to the far side, trying to break a tackle. And was there another fumble?
I think the Thunderbirds think they've got it.
They're going to say the official on the far sideline saying he was down.
Red Lake County fans taking a sigh of relief right there because there were 3 tacklers in there as soon as that ball was thrown. Lex McDougall was in there, and Hudson MacArthur, I believe, in there as well for the stop. 2 pretty big guys there trying to get a wide receiver, and that should be a kill shot on the screenplay. Sure enough, the linebackers and defensive linemen take advantage and get down for a loss of another yard.
Yeah, loss of a yard on the passing play. Mahnomen-Waubun's defense has been phenomenal. They've forced 3 turnovers, technically 4, but that was negated because of a penalty. Now rolling to his left is Shervestedt. He fires a pass there over the head of Gullingsrud. That's going to be incomplete.
Of course, in the end zone, too, Shervestedt's got to be careful because he had pressure coming, had to get the ball out of there and make sure he didn't throw it to a defender. And they've forced 4 turnovers defensively out of the Thunderbirds, the 3 fumbles, and, of course, the interception earlier in the game as well. And, that one there could have been another opportunity to create a turnover for the defense. That time there, Shervestedt able to get that one away, and fortunately for him, it does fall to the ground incomplete.
4:45 remaining in the first half. It's Mahnomen-Waubun 14, Red Lake County nothing. Red Lake County has lost the 2 fumbles and has thrown an interception. And they trail 14-0. Now it's Shervestedt. He's going to tuck it in and run. He's at the 10, dancing around up to the 15. There's a flag thrown on the play. Gets up to the 20, up to the 24-yard line. But I have a pretty good feeling that's going to be coming back.
I think so. And something else to monitor, too, Chris. I just saw Blakeman Mullen walk to the sidelines for Mahnomen-Waubun. He was replaced on the play by Jacob Littlewolf, the 6', 190-pound senior at the defensive line spot. So, he's not only a defensive end, but he's also the quarterback for the Thunderbirds. Maybe a situation here to monitor as this game progresses. Walked off with no helmet on and grabbing at his wrist on the previous play.
And the official pointing at the flag, saying, "Is that the one you threw?"
What is this yellow object on the field?
It will be holding. And that'll be a 10-yard holding penalty. Actually, it'll be half the distance of the goal from the spot of the foul. All the way back to the 7-yard line, where it'll be 3rd down and 18. Red Lake County has it at their own 7. 4:33 remaining and counting here in this first half. Mahnomen-Waubun leading 14-0 on the Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update. 3 receivers split out to the far side, 1 to the near side. Out of the shotgun is Shervestedt. He looks, fires a pass over to the near sideline, and it's over the head of the intended receiver, and that was Duden.
Duden had some space and saw him for a minute, but again, it's just good coverage here by the Thunderbird defense. Tate Hudick was over there in his hip pocket there, hand on the entire way down the field. Ball was a bit overthrown toward the sideline that time, and there's not enough room there for Duden to make a play on it. Now 4th and 18, you figure on the upcoming punt. The Thunderbird defense is going to be screaming through the line of scrimmage trying to get that punter or take the ball off his foot.
Shervestedt is 6 for 12 passing with 1 interception. And now on to punt is Ethan Majors out of the middle of the end zone. And the snap is a good one. The punt, a high spiraling kick, going to be taken at the 35-yard line. That'll be a 28-yard punt. Steck looking for some room, and he's going to be taken down at the 27-yard line. So that'll be a return of 8 on the play.
We know Steck's a very good athlete. We saw him, of course, have the interception in this game at a pick 6 against Polk County West on Saturday, too. In that game from 99 yards away. You get this guy in space, he's really dangerous. So a good job here by the Rebel special teams unit to get him down quickly.
A 28-yard punt for Majors. That is technically, officially, his first one of the game. Since the last one, there's a penalty and gave the first down to Red Lake County. So Mahnomen-Waubun will have it. They're going to hand it off for right side to Bevins. And he is taken down at the 25-yard line. That'll be a gain of 2 on the play.
Bevins and Tanner Steck, they just both explode out of their stance. In 3-point stance, leaning forward, they both just shot out with their fight out of the cannon that time. And Bevins that time just takes the handoff, runs right into a couple of guys, and just the force of him running full speed ahead out of the blocks before the snap gets him a couple yards almost every time.
26 yards for Bevins in the game, 2nd and 8. And the handoff goes left side. Bevins again. He breaks through the line of scrimmage and all the way down to the 11-yard line, and that's going to be a gain of 14. He has 40 yards now on 8 carries.
And again on the tackle there was Goingsrud, and Goingsrud's had himself a nice day so far on the defensive side. A couple big tackles in this one. That time there, he's the last line of defense, able to wrap up Bevins, who had a full head of steam running toward the end zone. Not only gets him down, but also tries to strip the ball out there late. A good play there by Goingsrud, understanding the situation and knowing, too, that if he could have forced turnover there, it would have been really nice for this Red Lake County defense.
Only 46 yards on the ground for Mahnomen-Waubun, but they've had a short field most of the game. And with a first down, the handoff goes to Bevins. The ball pops loose and picking it up. Oh, the Rebels do get it. And coming away with it as it popped right into the lap of Oliver Mellon, the 6'3", 215-pound junior. And a big turnover there. And boy, did Red Lake County need that one.
Oh, yes, they did. They needed about any break they could get the way this game's been going. Again, they've had 4 turnovers in this game offensively. They have been able to get nothing going, just had to punt it out of the end zone. And with the Thunderbirds threatening to score again in that part of the field, a bobble on the exchange, whether it be on the snap or on the handoff that time. Not sure where it happened. I saw the ball flying forward, and it was as if somebody had dropped it. But a good heads-up play there by Mellon to get his Rebels one more possession here. 2:44 to go in the first half. I mean, these guys need to do something here offensively.
At their own 13-yard line, Shervestedt out of the shotgun, hands it off on the right side. Seeger is flipped forward, and he's going to get all the way up to the 16-yard line. That'll be a gain of 3 on the play. MacArthur in on the tackle for Mahnomen-Waubun. And a big forced fumble there by Red Lake County.
A huge turn of events there because, I mean, now at the very least you're taking a touchdown or a field goal off the board here from the Thunderbirds, preventing it from being a 3-score game. You'd rather be down by 2 scores, if any, than 3. So, of course, still have time left, too. We'll see what the offense can do on this drive.
Dropping back, Shervestedt finds a receiver along the far sideline. Getting tripped up close to the first down is Gullingsrud. And let's see what they say. Are they going to give it to him? Yes, they are. That's going to be an 8-yard passing play as they take half a step forward.
Yes, that's a nice play there. And Ethan Johnson, the wide receiver, blocking out in front as well. You have to love that. Your outside X-receiver, typically your bigger guys, able to get on the field and create space for the smaller, quicker guys there like you did on that play. That block sets up the first down.
So that'll be an 8-yard passing play. And Shervestedt looking. He has a receiver over the near sideline up to the 30-yard line. Hit right away will be Majors. That is his 5th reception of the game. And that one's going to go for 7 yards, we'll call it.
And Mayer's a guy, he's scored 7 touchdowns this year. He is very good with the ball in his hands, and that time there does something fundamentally nice as well. Gets back to the football, fights back for it, to make sure he gets it before the defenders can chase him down.
We're going to have to call it, we'll call it a short 3 here, even though that might be a little much. Now it's another pass over to the far side, sort of a bubble screen, and a big opening along the far sideline, looking for some space. It's a race. He's just tripped up along the far sideline, and that was Ethan Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson there just gets in space. He is quick. A nice throw outside, nice block set up as well, and Johnson just outruns everybody. The Thunderbird defense there looked like they just didn't have good pursuit angles that time until it was too late, and now all of a sudden the Rebels have a chance with clock ticking down inside 50 seconds, approaching the red zone.
And that'll be a first down, a 44-yard passing play from Shervestead to Johnson. Now Shervestead looking. He'll fire over the middle, overshoots the intended receiver as he was hit as he was letting that go, and that'll be an incomplete pass.
So he won a major. He's well covered that time by a couple of different Thunderbirds. I saw Lubeck in there, and also the safety creeping down was Tanner Steck. But, yeah, again, a good thing that ball is to the ground because it stops the clock, for one, and also it's not turned over, which has been one of the big stories here this and so far is the turnovers here for the Red Lake County Rebels in this game.
36 seconds remaining in the first half of play at the Fargodome. At the 26-yard line in Mahnomen-Waubun territory, Red Lake County has the ball. Second down and 10. Shervestead out of the shotgun. He has a man in motion going from left to right. Dropping back, Shervestead. He's going to wing it over to the near sideline. Duden looking for it. Leaps in the air. Makes the grab down to the 2, maybe the 3-yard line. What a catch there by Duden.
A timeout called here, I believe, by Red Lake County. And good reason, too. 29 seconds to go in the half. Ball's going to be spotted on the 3. After that great catch there, Duden had to fight back across 2 defenders and go up and get that ball. And it was a great throw, too, by Shervestead, throwing across his body, trying to find a wide-open guy after everybody else motions to the far side of the field.
10 of 16 passing now is Shervestead. His last 2 passes have been for 44 yards and 23 yards. And more importantly, for Red Lake County, sets him up first and goal at the 2-yard line.
And with the 2 timeouts, the playbook is still wide open. Running the ball is still an option here for the Rebels if they choose to do so. And I think when you have a guy like Seeger in the backfield, it wouldn't shock me if they fed him the ball and just let him push forward for a couple.
That's the 8th first down of the game for Red Lake County. They've been able to move the ball, but they've just hurt themselves with fumbles and interceptions. But this time they have it, as they have it down at the 2-yard line. First and goal, so they could have, up to 4 chances to punch it in. And this is huge for Red Lake County. They need to punch it in here.
I think on first down they're going to run the ball here. I would, 2 backs in the backfield, 3 backs in the backfield, power it inside, make them stop you.
And the handoff goes right side, looking for some room. Did he get in? Yes, he did. That'll be a touchdown for Red Lake County. They handed it off to the right side.
I believe it was Halverson that scored, and Seeger pushed him in.
Yeah, so Seeger, nice little, they call it the tush push there. And Gunnar Halverson gets the touchdown on the 2-yard run. And a timeout's going to be called by Red Lake County Central. And, a good time to take it. You get, see if they're going to go for a 1 or 2. You have Keegan Schmitz, extra points. He's 3 for 6.
Yeah, I don't think they like those numbers. I certainly would not like these numbers in a section championship game. I'd rather take my chances and go for 2 here. The thought is if you go for 2 and you get half of them, it's going to add up to get an extra point every time.
So a 2-yard run from Halverson. Going for the extra point now will be Red Lake County, and turning the ball over 3 times in this first half. And they have a chance. Well, they're within a score now. And Shervestead going to go out of the shotgun. A direct snap to Seeger. Seeger's going to go in for the 2-point conversion. So Seeger with the run converts the 2-point conversion, and it's 14-8. And Red Lake County, boy, did they ever need this finish to the first half.
Well, they did, and the 2-point try was well designed, too. When your quarterback starts to shift away from the center, something's going to happen. You got to figure that. Directs up to the running back there. Seegers gets it with a full head of steam, just runs through a couple of defenders that time, puts 2 on the board, and all of a sudden it's a 6-point game, and they're right back in it.
Yeah, if you're a Red Lake County fan, you're saying, wow, that's after everything that you've been through, and now you're within just a touchdown. You don't even need to kick the extra point to tie it. Obviously, an extra point would give you the lead. That's huge for Red Lake County.
Right, and of course, with extra points, field goals having been 50% extra points and 0 for 1 on field goals, which, again, I believe that field goal miss was actually
against Mahnomen-Waubun.
That lost him the game at the end of that one. And, you know, you feel a bit better about having to try a kicker out there when it's a game like this, when your touchdown just ties it up, and the point after being the 1 or 2 would give you the lead.
Speck back deep on the kick return. He's dangerous. You have Lotka there as well. Zima back there. So those are the 3 on the kick return. We'll see what Red Lake County elects to do with 21 seconds remaining. Schmidt's ready. He kicks it. It's a bouncer off the ground, goes off one of the up men, and they're just going to jump right on top of it. Not a bad decision there. And it will be first down and 10 for Mahnomen-Waubun at their own 34-yard line with 19 seconds remaining.
Yeah, they tried the squib kick, the long onside, whatever you want to call it, just because, why not try to get something cheap late? And if not, you run a couple more seconds off the clock, and also you're kicking it to a guy who doesn't touch the ball a whole lot either. And Lubeck there was a guy who it bounced off of, but fortunately for Mahnomen-Waubun, he's able to fall on it. And, another chance at decent starting field position here. We'll see how aggressive the Thunderbirds want to be going into the halftime.
Red Lake County takes a timeout. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back right after this 30-second timeout.
Even in today's world of instant communication and entertainment at the tip of your fingers, we can feel alone, disconnected, and detached. Whether you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, mental health, or just the stress of everyday life, Illuma is here for you, to guide you, to help you find the light within, and instill hope for a brighter tomorrow. The light is in you. Visit illumacares.org.
Well, after the timeout, Mahnomen-Waubun will have it. First down and 10 at their own 34-yard line. And see what they elect to do. They're just going to take a knee. And I'm sure Coach Remick called that timeout saying, do not let anybody get behind you. And he doesn't have to worry about that. And we'll see if Gabe Bishop can get Coach Remick. We might have to get him after the halftime here. And so that's what we'll plan on doing. Again, the score 14-8. Mahnomen-Waubun has the lead, but Red Lake County finishes with a late touchdown and a big touchdown at the end of the half. So we'll take a break. We'll be back, take a look at the first half stats and more. We'll also talk with Coach Remick. That'll be coming up as they come back out from the locker room after halftime. That's all coming up next during our halftime show. It's Mahnomen-Waubun 14, Red Lake County 8. We'll be back after this. Maralt's Home Furnishings in Fosston is Europe.
I am Dr. Angie Smith, optometrist at the Crookston Eye Clinic and Fosston Eye Clinic. We aim to provide high-quality products to our patients, things that we use ourselves in treating our own dry eye or coatings that we like to use on our own glasses.
We offer myopia control contact lenses for children, which are soft contacts that not only correct their vision, but are designed to slow the progression of their nearsightedness.
The eyes lead the body, and we are passionate about helping the eyes be safer, sharper, and faster.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big, without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Efficiencies are critical, which is why you need a lender who will find the right loan structure for a strong financial future. You need a lender to look out for your whole farm operation. Ag Country.
With the fall season right around the corner, Grove Mechanical in Crookston is ready to prepare you for winter. They suggest having your heating system serviced regularly to keep things running smoothly. A skilled technician will clean and service your heating equipment to ensure safe and efficient operation. It's never too early to get ready for the upcoming winter season. Before the cold sets in, call Grove Mechanical today, your hometown heating and cooling professionals. Give them a call, 218-281-3863, or visit their website, grovemech.com.
This is my farm.
Don't come out here and tell me what I need.
I need solutions that work and market options that are worth my time.
Small town support that sees the bigger picture.
A global network that empowers us. A co-op that's there for us every day.
Even in today's world of instant communication and entertainment at the tip of your fingers, we can feel alone, disconnected, and detached. Whether you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, mental health, or just the stress of everyday life, Illuma is here for you, to guide you, to help you find the light within, and instill hope for a brighter tomorrow. The light is in you. Visit illumacares.org.
For all of your automotive service needs, call Christian Brothers Ford here in Crookston. We have a service team to handle all of your vehicle's needs. Does your vehicle pull to the right or left? Call and schedule an alignment today. Proper alignment saves gas and wear on your tires. We're here to take care of your vehicle repairs and maintenance. Call Christopher or Jersey in the service department at 281-1338. Make an appointment today with the service department at Christian Brothers Ford of Crookston, where we make it easy.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Minnesota, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
You can make a sweet life right here in the Red River Valley with a career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Our shift schedule offers 14 days off per month, which gives you time for family, friends, the great outdoors, and everything else you enjoy about small town living. Entry-level positions are available, and pay starts around $18 per hour. Apply today at crystalsugar.com and share in our sweet success.
Riverview Health, exceptional people, exceptional care.
The team at Riverview Health is getting stronger to serve you better. Riverview Health is pleased to welcome orthopedic surgeon Dr. Brennan Smith. Dr. Smith specializes in joint replacements and sports medicine. Dr. Smith is now seeing patients at Riverview Clinic in Crookston, East Grand Forks, and Thief River Falls. You know you'll be in good hands with Riverview Health when you need specialized care. For appointments, call 218-281-9595.
Shopping for groceries is easier than ever with Hugo's Family Marketplace. To simplify life, Hugo's offers convenient online shopping with delivery or curbside pickup at gohugos.com. Even better, shop on the go with the Hugo's Family Marketplace smartphone app. Download e-coupons, recipes, grocery lists, weekly ads, and place your grocery order right from your phone. Save time and save big with Hugo's Family Marketplace, your hometown grocer since 1939.
You're gonna find more low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
County, they're still in the locker room. We will take a break. We'll be back and talk with Coach Brian Remick. That's going to be coming up right after this timeout on KROX.
Shopping for groceries is easier than ever with Hugo's Family Marketplace. To simplify life, Hugo's offers convenient online shopping with delivery or curbside pickup at gohugos.com. Even better, shop on the go with the Hugo's Family Marketplace smartphone app. Download e-coupons, recipes, grocery lists, weekly ads, and place your grocery order right from your phone. Save time and save big with Hugo's Family Marketplace, your hometown grocer since 1939.
You're gonna find more low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Exceptional people, exceptional care.
The team at Riverview Health is getting stronger to serve you better. Riverview Health is pleased to welcome orthopedic surgeon Dr. Brennan Smith. Dr. Smith specializes in joint replacements and sports medicine. Dr. Smith is now seeing patients at Riverview Clinic in Crookston, East Grand Forks, and Thief River Falls. You know you'll be in good hands with Riverview Health when you need specialized care. For appointments, call 218-281-9595.
You can make a sweet life right here in the Red River Valley with a career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Our shift schedule offers 14 days off per month, which gives you time for family, friends, the great outdoors, and everything else you enjoy about small town living. Entry-level positions are available, and pay starts around $18 per hour. Apply today at crystalsugar.com and share in our sweet success.
For all of your automotive service needs, call Christian Brothers Ford here in Crookston. We have a service team to handle all of your vehicle's needs. Does your vehicle pull to the right or left? Call and schedule an alignment today. Proper alignment saves gas and wear on your tires. We're here to take care of your vehicle repairs and maintenance. Call Christopher or Jersey in the service department at 281-1338. Make an appointment today with the service department at Christian Brothers Ford of Crookston, where we make it easy.
Have a 14-8 lead over the Red Lake County Rebels, and we'll see if we can get Coach Brian Remick here. I don't think he's out yet, is he?
1-2. That's 1-2.
And so we'll send, as soon as Coach Remick comes out, we will talk with him here. And so we'll hear from Coach Remick shortly. Where is he? Oh, he's out on the field. That's where he is.
You guys hear me?
Yep.
All right, cool. I'm going to go run him down. All right, Coach. A lot of turnovers in that first half, but still hanging on to a one-possession game right now. How have you been able to stay in this game, given the fact that the ball has been exchanging hands a lot, shall we say, through the first half?
That's a great question. It feels like we should be down about 30 right now with how many times we've turned the ball over. But, you know, luckily for us, it's a one-score game, and we're getting the ball right here. So we got to try to turn around here in the second half.
What did you tell your players when you were in the halftime locker room?
We got to do our jobs, right? We got to make sure that we stay with it. We keep fighting. We keep through it, and we got to take care of the football.
All right, Coach, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
All right, sound good. Thank you.
Chris, back to you.
Oh, welcome. Well, again, thank you, Gabe. Gabe, can you hear us?
Very, very faintly.
Okay. So we'll see if we can get that figured out. But we'll take a quick 30-second break, and we'll be back right after this.
What's a neighbor? It's more than just someone who lives next door. It's someone who cares, who looks out for you, and who's there when you need them. At Rydell, we believe in being a good neighbor. That means treating you with kindness, respect, and honesty every time you walk through our doors. And like a neighbor, we're here to lend a hand, offer advice, and make sure you're taken care of on and off the road. Because being a neighbor is about being there for each other. And at Rydell's, that's what we're all about. Real life, real relationships, real Rydell.
For the second half, the Mahnomen-Waubun Thunderbirds are going to kick it off here, and Red Lake County will start the second half with the ball. So that is another big point here as Steck ready to kick it off. And it's going to be a little pooch kick, or squib kick, I should say, taken at the 35-yard line, returning it all the way up to the about the 45, and Red Lake County will have by far their best field position of the game here, as they'll start it at their own 45-yard line.
It's incredibly important that Red Lake County can hang on to the ball at least for a few possessions in a row. If they get on the board, even with the two-point conversion, they'll be in front. They're still right in this one, so as long as they take care of the ball, they've been able to move it so far. Let's see if they can continue to here.
So it'll be first down and 10 for Red Lake County at their own 45-yard line as we start the second half of play. 14-8, Mahnomen-Waubun with the lead, and I like what Coach Remick told Gabe. Said that's a good question when he was asked how they're still in the game. And now it's going to be Shervestead. He is going to bounce it out to the far sideline. He gets up back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard on the play. He has 26 yards now on 5 carries.
Jacob Littlewolf was in there on first contact, helped him twist to the ground, because if he got out of that, he had about 5 to 7 yards of green grass in front of him. That was a nice tackle there by the Thunderbird edge.
30 seconds into this third quarter of play. Second down and 9 for Red Lake County. Well, in 9-man football, Cromwell knocked off Nevis. A big upset there. So that we could very likely have a Fertile Beltrami, Stephen Argyle matchup in the first round of the state tournament. Now the pass over the middle. Gullingsrud makes the grab at midfield at the 50-yard line before he's taken down, and that'll be a gain of 4 yards on the play.
Nice hands there by Gullingsrud to hang on to that ball with 2 Thunderbirds bearing down on him. Puts them in a third and manageable. They've been throwing a lot on this particular down. Let's see if they will again.
So 3rd and 5. Nice to have the old headset working again.
You know, I'm glad to be here.
It's been a day.
You can say that again.
We got to get a new cord, obviously, because it's shorting out a little bit on us. Now dropping back, and the pass is incomplete. Shervestead was looking for his receiver crossing the middle, Majors, and it goes incomplete, and it'll be 4th down and 5, and on to punt will be Red Lake County.
I'll tell you what, if Seth Lubeck had his head turned towards the ball, he might have had a chance at that. It was pretty far behind the intended receiver, and if he was looking at it, he might have had a chance of intercepting that ball. So a bit of a lucky break there for Red Lake County.
So on to punt from their own from the 50-yard line. I guess it's nobody's own 50, but the punt is going to be a nice high floater. But it's going to go out of bounds. There will be no return. We'll wait to see where the official is going to put it, but that's not going to be a very far punt at all. And they're going to mark it at the 39-yard line. So that'll be an 11-yard punt.
Optimal field position now for Mahnomen-Waubun. If they can put a drive together, they can start to put a little bit of a staple down on Red Lake County and amp the pressure up. But so far, the defense for the Rebels, they've been holding strong as they can. See if they can continue to here.
Yeah, they haven't. It's both touchdowns have been scored after turnovers. So the Red Lake County defense has been fantastic. There's no doubt about that. Starting at their own 39 is Mahnomen-Waubun. Handoff right up the gut. And that will be a gain for Lotka.
Yeah, Lotka, he was in there as well as Bevins, so we weren't sure who there was going to get the ball there, but it goes to Lotka, and now it was once again another short run, but it's 4 to 5 yards per play, and that's manageable if you're Mahnomen-Waubun.
4-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 6. And now the handoff goes Lotka right side. He's going to be taken down, but after he crosses the 50 up to the 49-yard line, and that is going to be a gain of 7 yards on the play. Actually, 8 will give him.
Well, now if they're settling down and getting the inside run game working, that's when you'll start to see Mahnomen-Waubun start spreading the field out a little bit. So Red Lake County's got to make those stops. Otherwise, Mahnomen-Waubun is going to try and spread their offense out a little bit more.
It'll be 1st down and 10 for Mahnomen-Waubun as they get into Red Lake County territory at the 49-yard line. Underneath the center is McMullen. He's going to hand it off right side. Big hole again, and Lotka just rumbling forward, and he's going to be taken down after a gain of 12 yards on the play and another 1st down.
All came out towards the end. He was ruled down by contact by the official in front of me. So another big run there from Mahnomen-Waubun. Red Lake County, they've got to get that inside secure. Just try to put Mahnomen-Waubun in 2nd and long situations.
How about the lineman blocking downfield too? Tatum Bennett was down there. I saw 6-7, a couple other linemen down the field as well, making that run happen.
So 3 plays on this drive. All of them have been handoffs to Lotka. Now they're going to go to Bevins. Bevins is going to go all the way in for a touchdown from 37 yards out. Well, they threw the curveball there, and I think Red Lake County thought Lotka was going to get it again, but Bevins goes in on the 38-yard touchdown run.
It's virtually untouched, too. He just got through that line of scrimmage that time, and there was nobody there to get him. Again, the line down the field, the lineman making good blocks, and sure enough, Easton Bevins has the vision and the speed to evade everybody else and find his way to the end zone. A great play. Such a number 6 of the year for him as well.
And now they're going to put
look at this formation.
Just a center and the quarterback, and then they're going to direct snap it to Steck, and his pass is going to be picked off. So they tried some trickery again, but this time it doesn't work out for Mahnomen-Waubun, but they have the lead 20-8 with 8:40 remaining in this 3rd quarter of play. We'll take a break. We'll be back right after this.
I'm Dr. Angie Smith, optometrist at the Crookston Eye Clinic and Foston Eye Clinic. We aim to provide high-quality products to our patients, things that we use ourselves in treating our own dry eye or coatings that we like to use on our own glasses. We offer myopia control contact lenses for children, which are soft contacts that not only correct their vision, but are designed to slow the progression of their nearsightedness.
The eyes lead the body, and we are passionate about helping the eyes be safer, sharper, and faster.
Further, and getting taken down shortly after catching it will be Red Lake County's Thorin Thronson. 20-8 the score, 8:36 remaining in this 3rd quarter of play of the Section 8A championship football game. Earlier here on KROX, you're able to hear the Section 6 9-man, and that was Roberto Beltrami beating Foston 52-15. Also, Stephen Argyle, as you heard on KROX and watched, it was 42-14. Stephen Argyle beat Warren Alvarado Oslo. And then number 1 Nevis gets knocked off by Cromwell 20-14. So it's going to be Ferto Beltrami, Stephen Argyle, and Cromwell well, that's going to be the teams in the north, 3 of the 4. Now it's Shervestad. He's going to tuck it in and run over to the near sideline, and he goes out of bounds. They're going to mark him. No, they're only going to give him about a gain of 1. It looked like he was a little farther than that when he went out of bounds, but that'll be a gain of 1 for Shervestad.
It looked a lot further than just a yard down the field, I thought as well, Chris. And it seemed like he was able to get to the sideline and get a couple yards, but I guess these plays deep in the backfield sometimes are a bit deceiving in how far they actually get.
And again, an upset. Number 1 Nevis goes down, and they lose to Cromwell in the their section championship. Now a pass leaping in the air, making the grab is Duden. That'll be his third catch of the game at the 40-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 2 or 3, and Duden is hurt on the play. He went down awkwardly.
They're going to give him the cramp stretch.
Yeah, they're going to give him the cramp stretch in the right leg, but it looked like he was holding his left leg.
He had to contort his body to try and leap around and make that catch. I thought he landed awkwardly on his left leg, but as you can see, they're clearly stretching out the right one.
Well, they're looking at the left leg, though, so you are correct. The right leg just has a cramp. And maybe that's what caused the everything. Maybe he cramped up, and but Duden is down, and the score 20-8. And again, Nevis falls to Cromwell right. So right now you're looking at Fertile Beltrami. Very likely could be a number 2 seed. Well, if Mountain Iron Buell, they'll probably be the 1 seed in the north if it'll be between them and Fertile Beltrami. So we very likely could see a Stephen Argyle, Fertile Beltrami matchup on Thursday. And that would be played in Moorhead. But we won't, even Coach Marcus, when we asked him, I really don't know when they're announcing it. I thought that was, how do the coach, I mean, it's new this year and it's typical state high school league, but nobody really knows what's happening. And now, well, we don't like to see this. Now Duden is taking off, was adjusting his shoulder pads. He is going to get up here. And he is walking off in his own power, so we're happy to say that. But the trainer will follow him over to the sidelines, and maybe
I'm not sure. I almost speculate too much, but the fact that he's walking in his own power is certainly a promising sign.
And they were looking at his midsection a little bit there. So, but the good news is he's walking off in his own power, so that is fantastic news there. And so Duden, after the reception of 3 yards, .8:18 remaining in this third quarter of play. We're coming up on 9 o'clock as you're listening to the Voice of the Valley, AM 1260, KROX in Crookston, Minnesota, FM 105.7, 92.1 FM in Grand Forks, East Grand Forks, on the free KROX mobile app and on your smart speaker. All you have to say is listen to KROX in Crookston. Many different ways to listen, or if you're tuning in on the YouTube channel, we cannot carry state tournament games, so we'll just have state tournament games on the radio from here on out. 20-8 is the score. A timeout called by Mahnomen-Waubun. We'll take one as well. We'll be back right after this.
This is my farm.
Don't come out here and tell me what I need.
I need solutions that work and market options that are worth my time.
Small town support that sees the bigger picture.
A global network that empowers us. A co-op that's there for us every day.
And welcome back as the Shervestedt, after the timeout, drops back to pass, throws it over the middle, and Mahnomen-Waubun gets their second interception of the game as Lotka picks one off, and that is the 5th turnover of the game for Red Lake County, and Mahnomen-Waubun leading 20-8.
Yeah, Lotka was the closest man to the ball. He was wide open. Pretty easy interception for him that time, and now Mahnomen-Waubun has a chance to make the lead even further.
Hand off to Bevins right up the gut as they start at the Red Lake County 40-yard line.
Or even bigger, rather. But, yeah, another nice run there once again by Ethan Bevins. And I think this is the point in the game now. Mahnomen-Waubun's got a 2-score lead. You're looking for one more to kind of start getting the nail ready to put it in the coffin here. But these guys have now forced 5 turnovers for the Indians to still be close. Maybe a miracle for the folks on the Rebel side of things.
And McMullen, he's going to hand it off to Lotka, and he gets across the 30 down to the 27-yard line, and that'll be a first down for Mahnomen-Waubun.
Yeah, that Mahnomen-Waubun offensive line, they are making mincemeat right now of the Rebels' defensive line. They haven't really shown this prowess throughout the course of the day until the third quarter. Is it fatigue? Is it something else? We're not really sure, but the Thunderbirds, they are taking control on the line right now.
It's just what Mahnomen-Waubun does. They wear you down, sort of what we saw with Stephen Argyle and Ferdo Beltrami in the first 2 games here that we've broadcast. Lotka gets the handoff again, this time to the left side, and he's going to be taken down. And a nice ankle tackle there by Luke Peterson.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Another run, same exact play that time, a bit of an off-guard run that time to, once again, Locke at the tight end. He's able to get upfield and get another big gain of 8 yards on that play.
6.5 minutes remaining, approaching the halfway mark of this third quarter of play. The handoff right up the middle to Bevins. He breaks a tackle. He's going to go in from 19 yards out for the touchdown.
And Bevins, once again, just untouched. Not a whole lot of anything in front of him that time. He breaks through the first level. No one's in the second level. The end zone's waiting on him once again, and it welcomes it in, it seems like.
So Bevins, his second touchdown of the quarter. He has 38 and now 19-yard runs, and he has 101 yards on 11 carries. That was a 4-play drive for Mahnomen-Waubun. Now the handoff goes to Bevins. He comes back to the left-hand side of the line. He goes in for the 2-point conversion. So Bevins doing it all here in this third quarter of play. The score, Mahnomen-Waubun 28, Red Lake County 8. We'll take a break. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this 30-second timeout.
With the fall season right around the corner, Grove Mechanical in Crookston is ready to prepare you for winter. They suggest having your heating system serviced regularly to keep things running smoothly. A skilled technician will clean and service your heating equipment to ensure safe and efficient operation. It's never too early to get ready for the upcoming winter season. Before the cold sets in, call Grove Mechanical today, your hometown heating and cooling professionals. Give them a call, 218-281-3863, or visit their website, grovemech.com.
6:20 remaining in this third quarter of play. Mahnomen-Waubun taking advantage of the turnovers that they have forced. They've stolen the ball 5 times from Red Lake County. And that is really the difference in this game. 28-8 they lead. So you have Steck ready to kick off. And the kick going to be taken, and fake handoff. Looking for some room along the far side is Majors, and he's going to be taken down at the 32-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Red Lake County, and they'll start at their own 32.
Well, if the last several drives weren't must score, this one is. I mean, a 28-point deficit is something that is still, it's not over yet. Let's just say that. There's still plenty of time left. But you've got to be smart with the football here if you're Red Lake County. You've got to be able to put touchdowns on the board, and you have to avoid turnovers at all costs.
Yeah, busy night, as we said, for Thursday night. You don't think of 9-man football. That's been, well, we've had 3 of the games here. And then Cromwell knocked off number 1 Nevis, 20-14. So a big upset in 9-man or 9-player football. And people are saying, oh, it's the State High School League. They're, liberal, blah, blah, blah. No, there's girls that play football. So it's there's quite a few that play football. So that's why they changed it from 9-man to 9-player for the obvious reason of there's girls that play. And technically you should call it 9-boy if you really want to be, because these are, well, young men maybe. That's now young people. As the pass over to the near sideline. And
I think he might lose a yard here.
Yeah, so another passing play is going to be a loss of 1. And so that's the story behind calling it player now. I did ask that question when they made the switch, and I said, that makes sense. Ethan Johnson on the reception. That'll be his 4th of the game, and a loss of 1.
Johnson there just trying to get out in space once again, because that's where they've had some room to work offensively here, but that time Zima just gets him down early.
5 minutes remaining, 3rd quarter. Red Lake County, they need a drive here. They need to punch one in. Dropping back, Shervestedt. He's looking to his left. Now looking across the middle of the field. He leaps in the air, tosses it to Gullingsrud. He makes the grab right around the first down marker. He's going to fall forward up to the 42-yard line, and that is going to be a passing play of about 9 yards on the play.
You know, when you're teaching a quarterback young, you probably tell them, yeah, don't throw it across your body into the middle of the field, and that was a dangerous throw, but that time it worked. They were able to move the chains, but I'm sure Coach Remick is probably telling him, don't do that again.
You have to pirouette no less. I mean, that's textbook what not to do, but that time it just happens to work out and gets the first down, so you won't complain, but maybe if they come back and win on Monday, that's something you point on film and say, maybe let's avoid that type of throw.
Yeah, you never want your quarterback leaping in the air when there's defenders around either. But Shervestedt, he is a playmaker, and he made a play there. First down and 10. Shervestedt hands it off to Seeger, and he is going to be buckled up after a gain of about 2. And again, this Mahnomen-Waubun Thunderbird defense, so physical and so tough. And they bring down Seeger.
Physicality is really the great equalizer in the game of football. You have a team that has a lot of size in the offense. A guy like Seeger, who's a 6 foot, 200-pound bruiser at running back. But you have guys on the other side of the ball that are willing to fly down and hit him in the hole and keep him in minimal games. And after a while, 3rd quarter late in the game, it starts to wear on you.
3:33 remaining, 3rd quarter of play. 28-8, Mahnomen-Waubun with the lead. Dropping back to passes, Shervestedt. He wings one down. He has a receiver there, and it's going to be tipped away by Zima at the last second, just a little underthrown. He had Johnson, who was running down the near sideline, and the ball just wasn't thrown quite far enough. And in fairness to Shervestedt, Johnson was speeding down the sideline, and that'll be an incomplete pass on a great defensive play by Zima.
We'll love to see Johnson try to fight back to the football on that one there, since it was underthrown. And the coverage from Zima, it was good, but the head wasn't around. If he would have maybe fought back to the ball, they could have drawn a pass interference there and gotten a free first.
3rd down and 8. Out of the shotgun is Shervestedt. 2 receivers split out to each side. Owen dropping back, fires over to the far sideline, overshoots the intended receiver, and it looks like we have an injured Red Lake County Rebel on the ground. And another cramp.
Yeah, the heat in the dome here, maybe not as bad as previous years, but certainly the guys in the field starting to feel it down there as Majors is getting stretched out by the trainers.
28-8, 3:14 remaining. We have a cramp timeout. We won't call it an injury, but we'll call it a cramp timeout. We'll take a break. We'll be back right after this.
Even in today's world of instant communication and entertainment at the tip of your fingers, we can feel alone, disconnected, and detached. Whether you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, mental health, or just the stress of everyday life, Illuma is here for you, to guide you, to help you find the light within, and instill hope for a brighter tomorrow. The light is in you. Visit illumacares.org.
Shopping for groceries is easier than ever with Hugo's Family Marketplace. To simplify life, Hugo's offers convenient online shopping with delivery or curbside pickup at gohugos.com. Even better, shop on the go with the Hugo's Family Marketplace smartphone app. Download e-coupons, recipes, grocery lists, weekly ads, and place your grocery order right from your phone. Save time and save big with Hugo's Family Marketplace, your hometown grocer since 1939.
You're gonna find more low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Exceptional people, exceptional care.
The team at Riverview Health is getting stronger to serve you better. Riverview Health is pleased to welcome orthopedic surgeon Dr. Brennan Smith. Dr. Smith specializes in joint replacements and sports medicine. Dr. Smith is now seeing patients at Riverview Clinic in Crookston, East Grand Forks, and Thief River Falls. You know you'll be in good hands with Riverview Health when you need specialized care. For appointments, call 218-281-9595.
Was that Gullingsrud?
I believe no, it was Majors there after the
Majors,
catch. He jumped up for the catch, went down with a cramp, and after several minutes of stretching, they've gotten him off the field, and he appears to be okay. So we hope.
That was a good one. That was one of the longer ones. But again, kids at home, make sure you're drinking water all week long.
Gotta hydrate. Carry a gallon with you if you have to.
I
still do it to this day.
Stay away from the energy drinks and the pops, especially if you're an athlete. Now the punt on 4th and 8. That is takes a Red Lake County bounce, hits inside the 25, still rolling down to the 22.
There was nobody back there to return that punt there, Chris. I think the defense was expecting a fake the whole way or expecting them to go for it the whole way. No respect at all for the actual punt, and maybe that's why they ended up doing it there.
Also, very few people on Red Lake County's line actually moved until the ball left the punter's foot. So it was just a really unorthodox punt play that just happened there.
I wouldn't say the late movement from the line's unorthodox. You got to make sure that nobody gets through the punter, but they usually tell them 2 seconds and fly down the field and get the returner. But since there is no returner, may as well stay put. Save yourself the gas.
And 3:02 remaining in this third quarter of play. 28-8. Mahnomen-Waubun with the lead. Handoff goes to Bevins right up the middle. He's moving the pile with them and gets all the way up to he gets an 11-yard carry on something that looked like that wasn't going to be much at all.
There was I would say 3 yards in a cloud of dust, but we're on turf field, so it's more like 11 yards in a pile of pellets this time. Those ground-up tires there on the field making the grass, if you want to call it that, feel soft. But no, Blevins just lowers his shoulder. He carries the entire field with him. Everybody on the field trying to chase him down, and nobody can until he gets the first down and more.
First down and 10. McMullen under center. He's going to hand it off to Lotka this time. He gets up to the 38, maybe the 39-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 6 more yards on the play.
That's what Mahnomen-Waubun does to you. They just continue to add on more and more yards per carry as the game goes on, as they get later and later here into the third quarter, just wearing down that defensive line.
And they're bringing the physicality on the offensive side of the ball, too. We talked about earlier their defense has been able to be physical at the point of attack, but offensively, if you're a physical offense on top of being a physical defense, you're going to win a lot of games, and the Thunderbirds have proven that here today. They're winning this one commandingly right now.
That's what makes them so good. They're just so physically tough. And the handoff right up the gut, that's why they've won 9 out of the last 10 section championships.
I'm starting to see the adjustment here being made by Red Lake County defensively. I saw Brock Seeger was able to go back there and get a good, nice hit on McMullen, the quarterback, that time. And sometimes you play an option-style offense, you want to do 2 things: tackle the dive and hit the quarterback. And now they're finally getting some shots in on the quarterback. Nothing illegal, nothing dirty, but just get over there and whisper, "Hey, I'm coming for you," every time you get back in the backfield. And Seeger's doing just that right there.
6-yard gain for Bevins, another first down, and dropping back at pass. It's going to be caught by Zima all the way up to the 42-yard line, and that is going to be a 15-yard passing play.
Ball kind of floated out of McMullen's hand there. I wasn't sure if it was deflected or something. It wasn't at full speed, but Zima was able to adjust and slow down and allow himself to turn around and make that catch.
The play in every playbook called Y Pop. The tight end runs straight up the seam out. They fake the run, just pop it up to him, let him catch it short. Defense isn't expecting it that time, picks up a first down. And a nice adjustment, too, there by Zima at the end.
Approaching 1 minute left here in the third quarter. McMullen under center. He's going to hand it off right side. Again, just the same play. Running a handoff to either Lotka or Bevins. It's just handoff right, handoff left, handoff right. They're going right off the center and the tackle. And that'll be a gain of, we'll give them 6 more yards on the play.
And it's the option play there, too. Of course, the dive back that time is Lotka. Yeah, Bevins going out as the pitch back. And then the quarterback, of course, is McMullen. He has the option to pull that out there if he wants to. And if there's room on the sideline, he keep himself. And if he's about to get hit, toss out to Bevins. He's waiting there and just enough space there for a nice pitch had it come to that.
Now the handoff again right up the gut and a handful of yards plus. as that will be up to the 30-yard line. That's going to be a 7, maybe an 8-yard carry. It's going to be an 8-yard carry for Bevins.
Just keep alternating back and forth. They go from Bevins to Lotka, then Lotka a couple times, and Bevins a couple times. Just a solid rotation that's been working for them as the third quarter comes to an end.
And that is the end of the third quarter on the Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update. Mahnomen-Waubun 28, Red Lake County 8. We'll be back with the fourth quarter coming up right after this.
You can make
1
a
minute
sweet
here.
life right here in the Red River Valley with a career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Our shift schedule offers 14 days off per month, which gives you time for family, friends, the great outdoors, and everything else you enjoy about small-town living. Entry-level positions are available, and pay starts around $18 per hour. Apply today at crystalsugar.com and share in our sweet success.
For all of your automotive service needs, call Christian Brothers Ford here in Crookston. We have a service team to handle all of your vehicle's needs. Does your vehicle pull to the right or left? Call and schedule an alignment today. Proper alignment saves gas and wear on your tires. We're here to take care of your vehicle repairs and maintenance. Call Christopher or Jersey in the service department at 281-1338. Make an appointment today with the service department at Christian Brothers Ford of Crookston, where we make it easy.
It's Mahnomen-Waubun with the ball. They've been moving the ball, I would say, with I always hate to use the word ease, but it has been 5, 6, 7 yards per carry, and they're just chewing the clock, and that's exactly what they want to do.
I'll give you another word, Chris. They're running with authority.
There you go. That's better. And the handoff left side, and Mahnomen-Waubun just wearing. Obviously, the turnovers have been a huge factor, but also just the physicality of which Red Lake County is very physical as well. But Mahnomen-Waubun is just on that different level, and it seems like when they get to the Fargodome, they play like the NDSU Bison, who's a very physical college team, obviously, and they're just a different team when they get to the Fargodome.
And they play like tonight. I mean, they certainly have not been without error, and they forced 5 turnovers, only able to score on I believe 3 of those. So that's something maybe you want to look at and say that could be better. But still, they've played a very good game here tonight.
And now it's going to be a pitch after the fake. Goes to Bevins. Bevins leaps forward up to the 19-yard line. That's going to be close to another first down. And it is. That'll be an 8-yard carry for Bevins.
Same play they've been running all night long. That time they faked the handoff to Lotka up the middle. Quarterback pulls it because the defensive lineman crashes down to go get the dive back, pulls it out, flips it out to a wide-open Easton Bevins who's able to scamper forward for the first down. It's a well-designed play, and the quarterback understands, too, whatever he does, he's got to be right. The defense has always got to be wrong, and that time there, making the defense look silly with that pitch out to Bevins.
Yeah, Luke Peterson in on the tackle for Red Lake County. It'll be first down and 10. 10:35 remaining in the game, 28-8, Mahnomen-Waubun leading. They continue to march it down the field. And if you were to design a drive, this is about a perfect drive to chew clock and just move it down the field.
Yeah, I was about to say that. This is exactly what Mahnomen-Waubun wants right now, holding on to that 20-point lead. Give as few opportunities for Red Lake County to get the ball again throughout the rest of the game as possible.
It's also they took notes on Stephen Argyle earlier. They were able to drive down and milk the final 9 minutes and 50-some seconds off the clock after they forced Warren over to also a punch in the fourth quarter of the previous game here. And, well, of course, with the field position that the Thunderbirds are maybe can't milk off that much time, but certainly can take a considerable chunk off here if they keep grinding out 3-4 yards of play.
Yeah, they wouldn't mind getting a bunch of third down and shorts. But just under 10 minutes left in the game. And now the handoff goes to Bevins. He breaks a tackle, gets across the 5, and down to the 4 is where they're going to mark it. That'll be an 11-yard run for Bevins. He has 149 yards on 17 carries now.
And that's it's a first and goal inside the 5.
Gullingsrud made a ankle tackle to stop Mahnomen-Waubun for adding more points onto the board. But now you got a whole new set of downs, only 4 yards left till the end zone.
Yeah, this defense here desperately needs a stop. A turnover here for Red Lake County is ideal if they can force one. But the way that Mahnomen-Waubun's running the ball here, those are tough to come by.
9:13 remaining. McMullen hands it off to Lotka, and he is powering forward. Did he get in? No, they're going to say he's down at the 1. So a 3-yard run for Lotka. He has 57 yards on 9 carries now. It'll be 2nd and goal at the 1.
That was Gollingsrud again. He's there heading towards his general vicinity, but he did a good job standing strong on the goal line and keeping him out of the end zone.
And nobody from either side is going to complain about that, because if you're Red Lake County, you stop the touchdown. If you're Mahnomen-Waubun, you milk off another 40 seconds. Good for both sides.
In a perfect world for Mahnomen-Waubun, they have no gain on this next play. Take another 40 seconds off. But McMullen probably going to go the quarterback sneak. There he is. He goes in, no problem. Touchdown. A 1-yard run for McMullen. 8:23 remaining in the ball game, and Mahnomen-Waubun adds their 3rd touchdown of the half. They're the only ones to have scored, and they lead 34-8 now.
That was easy one there. That's the brotherly shove, the push, whatever you call it. Somebody in McMullen's back just pushed him across the goal line. He's got lean forward, and he's in there. And now it's an even bigger lead here for the Thunderbirds.
That was a 14 play drive, and then the 2-point conversion. They give it to Bevins, and Bevins goes in for the 2-point conversions on the run. And it is now 36-8. Mahnomen-Waubun with the lead. 8:23 left in the 4th quarter. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this timeout.
What's a neighbor? It's more than just someone who lives next door. It's someone who cares, who looks out for you, and who's there when you need them. At Rydell, we believe in being a good neighbor. That means treating you with kindness, respect, and honesty every time you walk through our doors. And like a neighbor, we're here to lend a hand, offer advice, and make sure you're taken care of on and off the road. Because being a neighbor is about being there for each other. And at Rydell's, that's what we're all about. Real life, real relationships, real Rydell.
And now it turns to defense. How quickly can they force this Red Lake County offense off the field, or are they going to bend here? We'll see.
Now the kick is going to be taken by Gollingsrud at the 30-yard line. He gets up to the 35 before he's taken down, and another sure tackle by Mahnomen-Waubun.
Gollingsrud only a freshman. We call his name a lot tonight, and he's going to be, I feel like, one of the staples of this Red Lake County program for the next 3 years, assuming he sticks with it, keeps playing football. And you know, to have a big, strong kid like him as a freshman, the coach dreams of that, is you don't get a whole lot of those, especially up in this part of the world. So I expect him to become a major piece of this team moving forward, as if he isn't already.
Yeah, he's a major piece of the basketball team that's going to be in the top 10 when the first rankings come out. He's a big piece of that baseball team, which will probably be in the top 10 when the rankings come out in the spring. And they were section runners-up last year. And now they hand off to Seeger. He goes out to the outside, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds after a gain of about 13 or 14 yards.
Yeah, that's an ideal run there for Red Lake County. You get a first down, you get out of bounds, you stop the clock, and I'm sure the conversation on selling is, hey, we are not out of this yet. We need a lot of things to go right, but that play there is certainly getting things in the right direction here for the Rebels. They just have to score onside kicks, score onside kicks, score onside kicks, score again, and then if they can do all of that in the next 8 minutes, 9 seconds, then you have a chance. But
you make that sound so simple.
They will be happy with a score at this point right now. Just
oh, for sure.
Yep, getting that going and try to finish this season strong. 3 receivers split out to the far side. Shervestedt drops back and pass wide open is the receiver Majors, and he's pushed out of bounds at around the 31-yard line, and that'll be a passing play of 18 yards.
I think defensively we're starting to see Mahnomen-Waubun kind of get more into a prevent look here. They understand that it's going to be mostly passes down the field. So the goal here is keep everything short, keep it in bounds, make sure the clock keeps on rolling down, and take away the time that Red Lake County has for a comeback.
Yeah, it's plays of 14 and 18, and they've marched it right down the field here with 8:01 remaining. Still a lot of time left. Got to take it one drive, one play at a time. Shervestedt out of the shotgun. He has a man in motion going from right to left. Shervestedt rolls out to his left. He's looking at Gollingsrud. There's nothing there. He backs up, back to the 50. Now he rolls out to the far sideline. He's looking for somebody. There's a big block down the field. That's going to be a flag is thrown as
That might have been picked off.
I think it was.
Yeah, that was picked off.
No, so the pass was picked off, so they're going to decline that penalty as McMullen was flattened by one of the linemen.
It's Tate Hudek who came across, and it didn't look like he caught. I don't think he caught that with two hands. That was great effort. He pinned it with his right hand up against his midsection.
Yeah, the personal foul is called blindside block. Okay. That is declined, of course, because of the interception.
Yeah, maybe a frustration penalty, no less, but the decline here, and now with 7:47, the Thunderbirds have the chance to milk this thing all the way down to zeros if they can continue to sustain a drive, which they have shown little signs of struggle doing that so far today.
Third interception thrown by Red Lake County in the game. 36-8 is the score, 7:47 remaining, and the ball is going to be at the 13-yard line. So Hodek with the interception. And Mahnomen-Waubun will have the ball. 7:47 remaining in the game. They are looking to advance to their 5th straight championship and 10th in the last 11 years. And there's more. That's just the list that I have printed off. And the handoff goes up the gut, and looks like we have a new quarterback in, and flags plenty are thrown at the end of that play.
I think there's just collective groan from everybody in the
Yeah.
stadium at this point, thinking, come on, guys, can we just let this one go? It's
Yeah,
late in the game. It's not close.
so Lotka will get a gain of, they still haven't marked the ball anywhere. There are 2 flags right around the massive humanity there after the tackle.
Each side just kind of going to their respective huddles as the referees will.
Somebody's got to tell this Glendon crew they don't get paid by the hour. It seems like every year they get the last one. It's always
a late night.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on Red Lake County. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Mahnomen-Waubun as well, so offsetting penalties. Had a little pushing and shoving at the end of that play.
Yeah.
So Mahnomen-Waubun wants a timeout, and we will take one as well. And they did mark the ball finally. It looks like it's at the 16, but I'm not sure if that's officially where it's going to be. It looks like it will be at the 16. So that'll be a gain of 3 for Lotka on the play. And after offsetting penalties, Lotka has 60 yards on 10 carries. And we'll take a quick 30-second break. We'll be back after this.
What's a neighbor? It's more than just someone who lives next door. It's someone who cares, who looks out for you, and who's there when you need them. At Rydell, we believe in being a good neighbor. That means treating you with kindness, respect, and honesty every time you walk through our doors. And like a neighbor, we're here to lend a hand, offer advice, and make sure you're taken care of on and off the road. Because being a neighbor is about being there for each other. And at Rydell's, that's what we're all about. Real life, real relationships, real Rydell.
Mahnomen-Waubun, after the timeout, they hand it off right up the gut. It's Bevins, and he's breaking off of tackles, running people over. Now he's stacked up and pushed back finally. But that'll be a first down as he gets up to the 26-yard line. And that'll be a 9-yard carry for Bevins, his 18th carry of the game. He has 158 yards.
Bevins has had himself a fine game here today. He's just one of these guys that whenever you get him going, it is very hard to stop him. And it seems like every carry, at least in the second half, is gone for a first down.
7:15 and counting left in the game, Mahnomen-Waubun. leading 36-8 on the fourth game of the day here at the Fargodome. We'll run through all the scores in our post-game show. Now the handoff, and that one was well defensed by Red Lake County. The handoff went to Bevins, and that'll be a loss of 1 on the play. We haven't said that. I don't know if we've, there was a couple losses in the first half.
Yeah, it was Jacob Harmoning and Brock Cannot in there on that tackle, and that time they were able to get through the Mahnomen offensive line and make a play, and they just keep trying to make plays until this clock hits zeros.
Now down to 6:27 remaining. The Thunderbirds. It's going to be the handoff from McMullen off left side this time. Maybe a gain of 2 yards on the play. On the left side this time, that was Lotka. So we'll give him 2 yards on that play. Lotka now 62 yards on 11 carries.
It almost looks like defensively now, the Red Lake County defensive line starting to get a couple of wins here. I mean, they're able to make stops at or around the line of scrimmage. They're holding these backs to 1 and 2 yard gains all of a sudden. And I don't know if the chippiness a couple plays ago maybe lit somebody up and maybe got some fire on the tails, but these guys out here trying to finish strong.
3rd down and 9, and McMullen underneath center. Mahnomen-Waubun, the handoff goes to Lotka. He's going to be wrapped up right away. Coming up and making the tackle is Brock Seeger. Now that's what you like to see, even though you know, barring a miraculous finish here by Red Lake County, the season is going to be over, and you see a senior like Seeger out there making a tackle and you wouldn't expect them to give up, but still playing 100%, and that's what you love to see, and that's what sports teaches you.
Yeah, of course, a lot of these seniors, again, probably not going to put on a helmet and shoulder pads in a competitive setting ever again. And that reality probably starting to set in for a lot of guys in white and blue over on the far sidelines, but these guys playing to the end, the seniors especially, don't want to leave anything out there on the field.
On to punt, and we're going to have oh, come on, just let it go. Flag on the play. My goodness. Push him back 5 yards. What's that going to do?
All right, another one.
If I am right here, which I don't know, I'm not going to go say I'm 100% correct here, but that is the first penalty I've had assessed. Offsetting, is that technically penalty?
I don't count offsetting just because it doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah, it wasn't assessed.
It's like PEMDAS, it cancels out.
Yep. So that's the first penalty assessed. 4th down and 14. The snap is a high one, and Lotka is able to get it. Looked like, was that partially blocked or just off the side of his foot? Either way, it doesn't go very far, and that is going to be a punt from the 22-yard line, and it goes out of bounds at the 34, so that's going to be a 12-yard punt, so that's really going to put a hamper in Lotka's average. He had 42, 32, 44, now a 12-yarder.
I want to say Guy Bergerson, the 6', 280-pound senior for Red Lake County, was able to get around the edge there. The big man got a bit of a piece of that one there, just a bit to float the other way, and maybe not a great hit off the foot either of Lotka that time. Either way, it's good field position here for the Rebels, what it seems like the first time all night.
This will be the first time they've been in Mahnomen-Waubun territory to start the drive. And handoff goes left-hand side. And Gunnar Halverson gets the carry. And Gunnar, a junior fullback, gets the handoff and a gain of about 9 yards on the play. So a nice run there by Gunnar.
A bit of a counterplay there at the time. He started on the left-hand side, came back in front of the quarterback to take the handoff, and then cut back at the line of scrimmage, pivots back towards the near side of the field here to get the yards. Just force everybody to flow down toward the far side. He goes back the other direction, and guys have to stop in their tracks and go back to get him.
It'll be 2nd down and 1 for Red Lake County. Shervestead underneath center. He is going to hand it off to Seeger. Seeger's wrapped up by the ankle. He does get up to the 24-yard line. That's going to be close to a first down, and they are going to give it to him. Now that's good officiating there. Don't even measure, just say, hey, we're giving it to him.
Yep, run the clock, move the chains, and keep things rolling on down here. And of course, the only guys that maybe don't want it to end would be the seniors on the field right now and the and the Raleigh County side. I think a lot of everybody else can say either it's it's been a long day. We've done 3 games. It gets tiring after a while, and these long games sometimes just feel like they just drag on and on.
And now rolling out Shervestedt, he's going to throw it away. An incomplete pass goes into the first row of the bleachers.
Somebody always has to. Whenever they opted to toss it back into the field of play. A couple of gentlemen in the front row in white hoodies. Somebody there caught, I believe it was the young man in the middle who made the catch there on that one. But the clock stops, and this one just keeps on rolling on here. And the other offense just trying to put together what looks like a final drive.
Yep. End the season. Maybe if you can score one more touchdown here, that would be a nice way to wrap it up for Red Lake County, who's had a fantastic year. They knew and figured it was going to be a good year just with the talent that they have. But again, they run into the Mahnomen-Waubun Thunderbirds. And they are just, again, on a whole different level. And there's a false start. And I don't think the officials were going to call it right away.
It took them a second.
Yeah, maybe.
Also, the play clock was at 0 for about 6 seconds.
Hey, shh.
I was wondering if you all noticed that.
We did not.
Nope, didn't see it.
So 2:54 remaining. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. That'll be the 4th penalty of the game for Red Lake County.
It's relatively clean as far as accepted penalties go. I mean, we get a couple offsetting here and there, but the flags have not been flying tonight.
Now it's they have a man in motion. That's going to be a pitch, and it looks like a double toss, and it goes to Seeger first, and then they go over to Majors, and Majors is going to be taken down for, looks like, no gain on the play.
I think we've officially entered dump the playbook territory. We'll see what kind of wonky stuff gets thrown at us. Let's kind of think about these end of season, blowout in the playoff type of games. Sometimes coaches will say, you know what, screw it. Let's see if it works.
Yep.
Let's have some fun with it. Give the kids memory. I'm sure these guys are going to forget running double pitch in the Fargodome in their last ever football game as high schoolers.
Remember that time when we did that 20 years ago? Now dropping back, Shervestedt, he fires into the corner, and it's going to be batted away. He was throwing into, there's double coverage there. But Johnson has it knocked away before he could make the grab.
And that was Zima again, who's made a bunch of great plays out on one-on-one coverage. He had some safety help, but it was all him who knocked that one away.
Yeah, the Zima-Johnson match has been a good one so far tonight. Very well contested. Zima's had a lot of wins there. Johnson's been able to open a couple of times as well. So, I mean, a very good receiver-corner duel over there on the far side that we've been seeing all night long. That time there, Zima wins the battle.
Yeah, does he have a Jolly Rancher at his side? You guys are too young, aren't you?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
4th and 15. Dropping back to pass. Shervestedt gets it over to Seeger. Seeger at the 35 to the 30. Breaks a tackle at the 25. Spins forward up to the 21-yard line. And that'll be a gain of about 7 on the play.
You can see he's a bit disappointed there. Seeger is getting up on the play. Just kind of looks down at the ground, and he's like, oh, man. Nowhere near the first down marker. A bit dejected getting up. He's helped up by a couple of Thunderbirds and gets a pat on the helmet from one of his teammates there. So turn him down's in the way, but I think it's safe to say, too, we figured it would be these two teams here late in the season in this championship game. We knew that whoever was going to win this game is probably going to be somebody that makes a good run in the state playoffs. So, I mean, this Thunderbird team, if they play like this, I don't know who's going to stop them. I mean, they're forcing turnovers. They're running the ball down people's throats. They're physical on defense. They're doing it the right way. And now with a minute left, it looks like we're just going to be in kneel-down territory.
And McMullen, he will take the knee. That'll be 2nd down and technically 11 as Seeger exchanges a hug with Lex McDougall. There's 2 seniors showing respect for each other. McDougall, he's been playing since, I think Seeger, I know Shervestedt played in 8th grade, so we've got a couple that have been playing since 8th grade. on the varsity level with two good programs, which you don't see very often. But a lot of great moments to take away from the season for the Red Lake County Rebels, that's for sure. And they're going to go into hockey and basketball season. Most of these kids will be competing in those two sports, and the hockey team should be very competitive again. Of course, the basketball team for Red Lake County, they're going to be one of the top teams in the state at the get-go, with most of their team coming back. They're going to be one of the favorites in 8A. It's going to be a great 8A boys basketball tournament this year, that's for sure. The likes of Cass Lake Bena, you have Red Lake County, you have Red Lake's always a threat, and you have Sacred Heart is going to be good. There's going to be a lot of teams. Ada Borup will be good again, and that is going to be it as they take another knee, and they will not have to do it again. And both teams exchanging hugs, and two very classy coaches, two very classy programs here. And I know a lot of people are saying, well, we were sort of hoping, nothing against John Clark, everybody likes John, but saying we were sort of hoping Remick and the Rebels could pull it off this year, and but they come up a little short. But what a great season for Red Lake County. 2 losses on the season. Both of them come to Mahnomen-Waubun. And Mahnomen-Waubun going back to state once again this year. 36-8, the final score. We'll take a break. We'll be back, and we will see if we can talk with Coach Remick, and that'll be coming up here in our post-game show. The final score, Mahnomen-Waubun 36, Red Lake County 8. We'll be back right after this. Gabe,
you can make a sweet life right here in the Red River Valley with a career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Our shift schedule offers 14 days off per month, which gives you time for family, friends, the great outdoors, and everything else you enjoy about small town living. Entry-level positions are available, and pay starts around $18 per hour. Apply today at crystalsugar.com and share in our sweet success.
Riverview Health, exceptional people, exceptional care.
The team at Riverview Health is getting stronger to serve you better. Riverview Health is pleased to welcome orthopedic surgeon Dr. Brennan Smith. Dr. Smith specializes in joint replacements and sports medicine. Dr. Smith is now seeing patients at Riverview Clinic in Crookston, East Grand Forks, and Thief River Falls. You know you'll be in good hands with Riverview Health when you need specialized care. For appointments, call 218-281-9595.
Shopping for groceries is easier than ever with Hugo's Family Marketplace. To simplify life, Hugo's offers convenient online shopping with delivery or curbside pickup at gohugos.com. Even better, shop on the go with the Hugo's Family Marketplace smartphone app. Download e-coupons, recipes, grocery lists, weekly ads, and place your grocery order right from your phone. Save time and save big with Hugo's Family Marketplace, your hometown grocer since 1939.
You're gonna find more low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
Back to the Fargodome as the Red Lake County Rebels are receiving their Section 8A runner-up trophy, and the captain's coming out to get that, and Coach Remick directing traffic here, and now Mahnomen-Waubun getting their championship trophy, another one for the trophy case for Mahnomen-Waubun, and they will represent Section 8A very well. There's no doubt on that. That's for sure. And they'll be, well, it's a little different this year, the state tournament. They have the top 4 North teams will be seeded 1 through 4. Then the South teams will be seeded 1 through 4. And then the teams will play, one from the North will play 4 from the North. 2 from the North will play 3 from the North. And then after that, then it's cross bracket. It'll be the North versus the South in the semifinals. And they're taking the team picture for Red Lake County right now. And we will be posting that on our website in a little bit. But Mahnomen-Waubun comes away with the 36-8 victory. And we'll see if we can get Coach Remick here. And this is the last game of the day. Coach Remick going to talk with his team quickly here. So we'll just get to the stats here. Then when Gabe's ready, he'll just give us a shout. So the Red Lake County Rebels had 76 yards rushing in the game, 131 yards passing. That is 207 yards of total offense in the game for Red Lake County. And for Mahnomen-Waubun, they had McMullen had 5 yards rushing, and then you had Easton Bevins with 155. Steck had 1 yard on 1 carry, and then Lotka had 62 yards rushing for 223 yards rushing in the game.
Chris, I got Coach here for you.
Okay, now we're going to send it down to Gabe. He's with Coach Brian Remick. Gabe?
Chris, thank you very much, Coach. I know that's not the way you wanted this season to come down to an end with this loss against Mahnomen-Waubun, but I'm sure this whole team could hold their head held high after really an overall fantastic season.
Yeah, you got to look at the big picture of things, 9-2. So it's obviously a tough loss, but big picture, had a great year. So
saw you brought the seniors in on a little huddle there. What did you tell them when you brought them in?
They play a lot of football. They've meant a lot to us over the years. So they just need to remember the great memories that they had and the great success that they've had. So
what sort of impact did all those seniors leave on this program and leave on you personally as a coach?
A lot of them played since they were freshmen, and they got here twice. Unfortunately, we lost both times that we got here with them, but they've done a great job for us over the years.
So now, as you had mentioned, moving on into big picture now, this is one that's probably going to live in your head for a little while, but it just seemed like with turnovers and things like that, it just didn't quite click.
Yeah, it just wasn't our night here, so it's just a tough loss, but sun will come up tomorrow.
Comes up every day, and it's all right to keep your held high. It's all right to also just go through it, because it seemed like, especially early in the game and throughout the course of the year, it seemed like there was a lot of momentum behind you guys making this run over here to the Fargodome. And on a positive side, what can you take from this whole season that you'll take with you into next year?
Well, you're 9-2. You got to the section championship, so we got some younger kids that were playing, and hopefully they can fill into some spots here that our older guys had.
Coach, I very much appreciate your time, and congratulations on a fantastic season.
All right, thank you.
Chris, back to you.
Thank you, Gabe. And you could tell a tough interview there with Coach Remick, a special group of for the Rebels. There's no doubt about that. And the unfortunate thing is you have two teams like Red Lake County and Mahnomen-Waubun. You meet, and only one team gets to advance. Mahnomen-Waubun will be that team with the 36-8 victory here at the Fargodome. Other stats I had, Red Lake County and Mahnomen-Waubun with 13 first downs apiece. 9 of those first downs for Mahnomen-Waubun were in the second half. Interceptions, Red Lake County threw 3. Fumbles, Red Lake County had 3. They lost all 3. Mahnomen-Waubun had 2 fumbles. They lost 1 of them. Penalties, 4 for 30 yards for Red Lake County, 1 for 5 for Mahnomen-Waubun. And punts, it was 3 punts for 73 yards for Red Lake County, and for Mahnomen-Waubun, they had 4 punts for 130 yards total. Taking a look at the scoring in the first quarter, Mahnomen-Waubun, it was McMullen, a 15-yard pass to Lotka. The 2-point conversion failed, and it was a 6-0 lead after 1 quarter of play for Mahnomen-Waubun. Then in the second quarter, early on, 10:46 remaining in the half, Mahnomen-Waubun's Bevan scored on a 2-yard run. Bevan's pass to Will Zima for the 2-point conversion. It was 14-0. Mahnomen-Waubun had the lead, but Red Lake County, they were able to score with 21 seconds left in the half. Halverson on a 2-yard run. Seeger had the 2-point conversion run, and it was 14-8 at halftime. But then the second half belonged to Mahnomen-Waubun. With 8:40 remaining in the third quarter, Bevins scored on a 38-yard run. The two-point conversion pass failed. Then a minute 20 later, 6:20 left, Bevins scores again, this time on a 19-yard run. Bevins ran in for the two-point conversion. And then in the fourth quarter, with 8:23 remaining, Mahnomen-Waubun's McMullen scored on a 1-yard run. Bevins ran in the two-point conversion, and that's where we end, 36-8, the final score. Let's take a look at our Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update. Draft Sports Bar and Grill in Crookston. It's a great place to go before or after the game, right next to the Crookston Sports Center, the hockey arena there in the northeast end of town. And they have a wide variety of items on the menu. And they have a new menu as well that they just released not too long ago. They do have gluten-free options for those that are looking for that as well. But they have a menu that includes soup, salads, chili, appetizers, entrees, sandwiches, wraps, tacos, pastas, burgers, and desserts. Takeouts and catering are available, and they have a room that's available for parties and special celebrations. Give them a call at 281-1183, or you can order online at draftsportsbar.com. They open Tuesday through Sunday at 11 a.m. Taking a look at the scores. Again, the scores here from the Fargodome. We started with 3 9-player championship games, and it started off first with Border West knocking off 8th-ranked Hancock 22-20. So Border West advances to the state tournament. Fargodome, they're ranked 3rd in the state. They beat number 7 Foston 52-15, and Fargodome advances to state. Stephen Argyle, they beat Warren Alvarado Oslo 42-14. And the big upset of the night, it was Cromwell Wright beating number 1 ranked Nevis 20-14. So there's a very good possibility now with that happening that we could see Fargodome taking on possibly Stephen Argyle in the first round on Thursday. That would be played at Moorhead High School next Thursday, so a week from today. But as soon as we get that, we'll pass that along as well. And Class A, of course, as you heard here on KROX and on the KROX YouTube channel, it was Mahnomen-Waubun, the 3rd-ranked team, knocking off 10th-ranked Red Lake County 36-8. And Class AA, Moose Lake Willow River beat Mesabi East 24-14. Moose Lake Willow River going back to the state tournament. Class 3A tonight, Pequot Lakes, the number 2-ranked Patriots, they beat number 10th-ranked Two Harbors 36-15. And there is no games in 4A, 5A, or 6A tonight. Well, tomorrow on KROX, we're going to have the UMC volleyball match as they take on the Minnesota State Moorhead Dragons. And that will be at 5 o'clock tomorrow. We'll have it right here on KROX 430, the pre-match coverage. And then coming up next week, we will have both Fargodome and Stephen Argyle football from the state tournament. We'll have those games. For sure, we'll carry them. And if they play each other, obviously, we'll have it at 7 o'clock from Moorhead. But if they play at separate locations, if the seating, depending on how the seating goes, we'll have one on the radio and one on our YouTube channel, audio only. So we'll have both those games covered one way or the other that way. For Zach Thomas, we thank him for coming here after working the morning shift this morning. We thank Gabe Bishop, who had the first game of the day and also the color and sideline for Blake Fee doing the camera work for all 3 games. And also, we thank our sponsors. Without these sponsors, people ask us all the time, how do you do what you do? Well, we wouldn't be able to do all the games that we do without our sponsors. They are the ones that allow us to do what we do. So make sure to thank those businesses. The best way and the one way to say thank you to us, but also thank you to those sponsors, is to patronize those businesses. Make sure you give them a chance and shop with them and spend money with them. That's the best way that you can show your appreciation for our broadcast. Or another way, if you just, let's say it's a seed company, you're not a farmer, you can just tell them, say, hey, thank you for being a sponsor of exciting sports on KROX because, again, without our sponsors, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. That's how we make our money to pay for the equipment, to travel, to do all that. So we thank them. And if you are a sponsor and would like to get on Stephen Argyle or Ferdo Beltrami, if you own a business and would like to get your business on during those games, just let us know. Give us a call at KROX. We'll be happy to hook you up for those state tournament games. But we also thank you for listening, because if you weren't listening, the sponsors would say, nobody's listening. We're not going to sponsor anyway. But they know that's not the case. So we thank you for listening to high school football championship action. A fun day, a long day, but a fun day here at the Fargodome. And the good news is we still have two teams that are going to continue to go on that we cover. That's Ferdo Beltrami and Stephen Argyle. But congratulations to Red Lake County on an amazing season. Congratulations to Warren Alvarado Oslo on a great season as well. And also congratulations to Foston on a great program turnaround there as well. So congratulations to all teams that played today. And we wish everybody that won today the best of luck in the state tournament. We'll have the story, the stats, the scores, the pictures, coaches' comments, and more, all available on our website, kroxam.com. Click on sports. We have the first two game stories that we carried. They are already online, and the pictures and all of that. We'll get this one up shortly as well. So again, kroxam.com. Click on sports. Happy Halloween. Thanks for listening, and we will have more state tournament football. That'll be coming up on Thursday. Also, the Section 8A Volleyball Championship is being played at Lee Soccer Gymnasium at UMC. That should be a dandy. Kitson County Central will take on Ada Borup West for a trip to state, and that will be at UMC. And if you want to go and watch that in person, we guarantee you will be entertained. That'll be a great match. That is for sure. So, again, for everybody, for the KROX Sports Department, and myself, Chris B., thanks for listening. The final score here, Mahnomen-Waubun 36, Red Lake County 8. Have a great evening.